of sentiments, and it also depends on the kind of the level of men you interact with at every point in time. Even if you look at this panel now, you can see that most of the men, they tend to agree with you, apart from just one or two extreme views. They all tend to agree with what you are saying, and that's actually how it is. And the society is getting wiser for it. The society is getting better for it. No matter how we look at it, women must be given that preference that they really deserve, not because they are women, not because they are weak, but because that is how it should be. It is about using the right tool properly. You cannot use, for example, you cannot play golf with a football, with a football. No, you use the right tool for the proper things. There are things women are designed for, and there are also things men were designed for. If it wasn't so, it wouldn't have. See, can't we just look at the animals, for example? It is not by what am I? It's not by mistake that the kids of animals usually go with their mother by all standard. Apart from two, three animals, there's this animal in the South Pole that the kids have to go with their father, and it's because of protection against polar bears. But if you look at the kids, chickens, goats, even lions, as brave as they are, the kids tend to stick with their mother because the animals, they also understand that traditionally this is what the woman is built for. Look, I'm avoiding the word, the duty of the woman, because if you say duty, you are diminishing the woman. So, but that is
But
what the
how
woman
is
is.
that diminishing when it's naturally created? So let me just
No,
add, you have been very, very thoughtful today. Let me just add to this. I think
no.
what you are
See,
saying,
see. Let me.
I
You
agree
see
with
why
it.
I quickly said that word diminishing. It's all these things. We are all being afraid not to say things that will offend the women, that will make them feel less or
I
feel
think
more.
you've said some things that are quite you would I would
Everybody,
consider quite
hello
brave
everyone,
actually.
hello everyone,
So
hello
no, Black
everyone,
Panther,
China,
hello,
what would you say?
hello,
Abeg, make
hello,
I talk
hello.
something. Make I talk something. Abeg,
What's
make una
wrong?
no
What is
vex.
wrong here
Make
now?
una remember. Oga Black Panther, abeg, hold on. Make una not forget, say, Madam look there, she be woman. No. Thank you.
yes, yes. We are going to go straight to Madam Luke. Let me just say that stuff that I wanted to say just
No,
now.
see, my guy, you're not going to say anything. You're not going to say
The Black
anything. You're not
Panther,
going to,
don't
please,
start
you're not
now.
going to
Black
say
Panther,
anything, please.
you know you
Please,
have
you're not
four
going to say
members.
anything.
Stay one
You're
side.
not going to say anything. I
Stay
beg.
one side, Black
I
Panther.
beg.
Let
I
people
beg. You're not
talk.
going to say anything. You're not an advocate here. You're not going to
See,
say
see,
anything yet.
I hear what you are saying, Black Panther. I'm
All of
not
you, all
saying
of
a
you,
lot.
all of you, all
Just
of
a
you, and
few
I know that you
seconds.
know the reason why Nigeria is not going to be good. All of
Black
you,
Panther, just a
you
few
are. Wait,
seconds.
wait. Oh, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. Do you know why
Jesus Christ.
Nigeria?
Okay,
Now why
fine,
Nigeria
go.
is not going to be? It's not going to be good. Do you know why?
I don't know. You tell me.
When you people see somebody speaking truth, you will tag that person in name. But when the person comes back and keep quiet and listen to all the things you guys are saying, you guys will put that person in that position forever. That is what you people are doing here.
Okay.
You brought a topic and you put Madam Rita on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Is she the only woman on earth?
No, but Black Panther. So you are now fighting us now just because say we prioritize woman.
No. You
No, I
cannot
wanted us
put
to
that.
also
Look,
prioritize
no,
Madam Luke now because she be woman now.
No, you cannot put her on stand and she look at what she's saying. She's even talking against herself.
No, but
I
she's a
came in.
woman.
She's a woman. No, she's even talking against herself. Look, let me
Oh
give an
my God,
example.
man, this is
Let me
crazy,
give an
man.
example.
Black
Let me give an example.
Nigeria
Look, let me
was
talk. I beg. Let me talk. I beg. Let me talk. You have been talking. I'm not here to disrespect anybody. Neither am I here to stay on one side. I'm here to speak reality. If I offend anybody, let it be.
Say Madam Rita is a woman. Madam Luke
Madam
is also
Rita,
a woman.
look, I enjoy Madam Rita argument.
If the room now,
I enjoy Madam Luke. I'm not giving Madam Luke anything. They decide to be a man. Let them be a man. We all be equal here. Let us all speak true to things. Don't let us not just. No, my body know the hot. My body know the hot. My body know the hot.
This is
my body know the hot.
I don't deny.
My body know the hot.
And I
know the hot. Don't let me change my words.
Go ahead, you talk now. You just been attacking everybody. Just make your points.
I'm not attacking everybody.
Black Panther.
I'm saying
Black Panther. Black Panther. I beg.
Look,
A second.
I'm not giving you
This
any second.
argument.
Hold on. Let me talk. Hold on.
Black Panther a second now. Just a second.
Hold on. Let me talk.
No
No
vex,
get
a
a second.
second.
I not give you one
He didn't give me
quarter
30
second.
seconds, so forget the
Why you-
second. He's not going to give you
Why
anything.
you-
I not give you 1/4 second because I have been listening to people for more than an
So
hour.
you will still give me 1/4 second.
I know they give you 1/4 self if you be moderator. Because now you dey cause all this problem. And you
Black Panther, have your say now.
work
Have your
too
say
much.
so that we
Okay,
can
this
move on.
is
Have
my
your say.
own. This is my own say. Look, let us not. I've told everybody that look, we all have a culture in Africa, and we don't allow our culture to be seconded to another man's culture. It will be disservice to African to say, we are going to collapse our own culture and put the Western culture on it. There's one thing that I was taught: learn the good thing, but don't indoctrinate your culture and collapse your culture because of the good thing you have learned. Culture undergo what is called transformation, and that is what it is. Women are supposed to, we are supposed to treat women equal, but irrespective of that, you are supposed to come show yourself qualified for that thing. But when they see it, that when we now see that men are more qualified, then the men will not come up with another, say, oh, let's give women two or 5 chances, so let them go. Whether they fail or pass, let them go. That is what Marital is talking against. I know. But there's one thing you should know. What the Bible say, whether you go to King Jacob, King Emmanuel, they are all interpreting the word of God itself. When the word of God comes, you don't say you don't believe in King James because of the name King James, and then bring King Solomon. You say you don't believe in King Solomon. You know, that's why you say we did not go to theology school. That is not. That is not right. That is not a way to argue your point, Madam Rita. When they talk about the former Prime Minister of UK, she earned her way towards that thing. They did not make any reservation for her whether she's a woman. She earned herself towards being the Prime Minister. So when we are saying, oh, ladies first, you said, oh no, Mr. Mr. Najawa should not have said that. What is that? It's just a word. That does not make you half or lower. If you are fighting for women liberation, good luck. Because the more you fight for women liberation, the more the same sex fight for their rights. And what happened to our culture? The morals of our society is killed. Everything is decimated because of you want to fight for a right that nobody's taking your right from you. It's just a matter of the culture of the land. You cannot walk into Benin and say what you are saying here. Let us be factual. It's because we're in the Western world. We are saying that.
Know
You
that.
cannot go into, Madam, wait, let me
No,
talk.
you
I listen to you.
you cannot say that I cannot walk into Benin. So I can walk into Benin because I'm
Madam Rita, Madam Rita, if you want to go and fight for,
so please don't
if you
even
want
say
to go
that.
and fight for women liberation, go to the National Assembly
Who is talking
and
about
throw a
women
bill
liberation
there.
here? It's like
Because
the
it's women liberation you are fighting here.
You are
I
displaying
understand it
male
very well.
chauvinist that I keep talking about. That's what you're
I am not a female
We are
chauvinist.
all
I am saying that
on the receiving end.
look,
Let
I am on your look. Let me tell you, Madam Rita, don't misunderstand me. You have to. I'm talking about balancing the
And
issues.
your insinuations
If you,
are completely wrong.
if anytime we bring word, against women, when we bring word and we make mention of women, don't think that we are attacking the women. That is one thing that makes me go bananas. Don't think that we are attacking the women or putting the women so low for someone to step on. Don't think so. We all have female children. We all want them to excel above us as their parent. But when we are speaking as, we're just educating ourselves. A woman should not think that we are trying to lower the standard of women or to lower the thing. But what I'm trying to say is that if we are fighting a cause, the women should be at the forefront. Go to the National Assembly. You have enough men that will back it up. Let us have a bill that will protect the female child. Let us have a bill that will that will make sure that if men are being equal in the eyes of the constitution itself of a nation. It's not when we stay at the back, we start talking. When we say women, you will see us as if we are enemy to the women. I don't like that because it hurts me because I love my mother well. I love my female child well. So nobody should not tag me that anytime I say women should hold on. You say, oh, I'm against you. It pains me. That was why I came in. It pains me in my heart. It struck my back because I have female children. I have female child, daughter. I have a wife. I have a grandmother. I have a mother. I have a sister. I never look down on them. They are the best. And anytime I start making my statement, I say women are the best managers you can ever think about in any managerial setting because I've worked with them. I know what they can do. But when it comes to some kind of roles, we should be able to differentiate it. We should not be say, oh, because the Bible says weaker, even the weakness that the Bible says, it's not talking about the physical weakness. But some people are seeing it as a physical weakness. It's not talking like that. So that is the way I'm going to. So the rhetoric here is what I don't like. Whenever you talk about women, you say women. Men that are here, we are even supporting the women to grow. We guys that are here. If you go to other network, if you see where they are talking, I don't think you'll be able to even, they will allow you to talk. Those are people that don't even give respect to women. They are all over everywhere. Even in America, you see today, they are there. The Republicans, they are there. There are a lot of them are there. They are speaking, even undertone, speaking against the women. Don't you see how women rights have been taken? Abortion rights have been taken from them. We are the men fighting for it. But since they decide to go in their own state to do that, we are still fighting in other states that they shouldn't go that route. These are the things we are talking about. It's not when men said, oh, we should give women, let them take a bath. That is not evil. Why is it that we are always putting 12 seats for women and 50 seats for the men? They'll say, okay, let's allocate so seats for the men. Okay, why is it that the women can't prove themselves to go to that seat? If you want us to treat ourselves equal, let the women prove themselves. Let them go to that seat. But the men said, no, we have to give them, we have to kickstart. You have to kickstart them. Let them heal them. Let them send this message down to the public that yes, the women can be. And I'm even more disappointed that the women we have given position. They disappointed me all over Nigeria, except some few. In 100%, I'll give them 2% that impressed me. Like Okonjo-Iweala, the former NDLA woman. The rest minister, they've all disappointed in Nigeria. Because you know why? Inward training of themselves, they refused it. It's not about sending a message out. You have to train yourself because there is a brighter future ahead for the women. Because many men are backing them. But you have to train yourself among yourself to correct yourself so that when you move out, you know how to step in there in the positions of leadership. You don't need to be oppressed or the men will say, go and sign something. We need the women to come out like fire to say, that is wrong. I will not do it. I will resign. That is what we need. So that we men will boldly join them so that they will do the right thing. And the men will take a second place because we have been foolish for long. We have been ruined the state for long.
About women that are doing well, I found it interesting that the two women you mentioned are basically Southeastern, but there is this Akpoche that is in the House of Senate right now that seems okay. Is there any other women that we know that have performed very well in the Nigerian political space?
Okay, sorry, I'm not going to answer best Tunaja's question, but Black Panther, if you see the women who have disappointed us, if you investigate what they've done, it was usually men that led them to do it. Typical example, Bokachua. We all heard what he said in the Senate, Senator Bokachua.
Yeah, I said it. I made mention that the men are the one doing it. But why do women know? Why are they not refusing it?
That is where the African male chauvinist comes in place. Bokachua's wife now, if she disagreed with her husband to change the judgment, then he will not come out and say, my wife is not respecting my wishes. My wife does not listen to me. My wife is not listening to what the advice I'm giving her to make the decision that will change the family's life. That is when I say they bring the male chauvinistic attitude as an excuse because they will force the woman, cajole her to support the evil decision that he wants her to make. An example.
like they force
Madam
other
Rita,
men.
we need
Better
women that can lay sacrifice. Sacrifice matters a lot.
Yes,
That
I
one is
agree with
equal
you.
opportunity. They force
Professor
other men to make decisions too. The
Professor
question
Oti of Abia State, the
can you allow me somebody
woman.
other people answer the question that I asked,
I'm sorry, Mr.
Madam Rita?
Fureja. I was just want to say that, you know, the typical example of somebody who was not influenced by any man, who decided not to be influenced by any man and stood for to truth, was Professor Edu of Abia State, the electoral officer that announced Alex Oti as governor, because she said they brought all their arsenal. She stood and said no. We need more women like that.
Yeah,
It's
but
very hard to
all
find
these people
women
are in
like
the
that.
southeast. That's an
Young
interesting
women like
bit.
some Kuti. We don't. It's hard. There are women like that, but it's very hard to find.
But
This other
Madam Rita,
woman that was
Madam Rita, that is why
a
I said we should
a
train. You
woman.
women should look inward and train yourself
You
to be
women should look
strong.
inward. Like I just said, the reality is that people. I just gave Bukachura's example.
Because
Therefore,
you have a lot of
want to
men at
make
your back.
Let me ask this other question. I gather that
my wife is not respecting me.
I gather that Aisha Yusuf is from Delta, Edo State, if I'm not mistaken.
She's from Edo, she's from Edo North. Don't doubt it. She's from Edo North, and her husband is from Edo North too. She grew up in Kano.
So if she had run for governorship now, would everybody here be supporting her?
What kind of, how does that, I don't get where your question is
I'm
coming
just
from.
asking that if someone like her, or she decided to run for governorship, would you all support her?
It's not, if you're supporting anybody, it's not a question of gender.
No, I will not support her to run for
Qualification.
governor. Let her go and run for Senate.
It's not because she's a woman.
No, I know. I'm just talking. I'm saying women that perform well. Women that perform, because she did perform well so far.
It's skewed, Mr. Tunanja. Your question is skewed because I don't
you are saying that you are saying that you've not seen women that emerge. You are saying that you don't see women that emerge. They mentioned Ekunjo Wela, a few others, and I said because I consider Yusuf as reasonably capable, the way at least she presents herself. Then that's why I'm asking, if she had run for governorship, would she get the support?
No, she will not get it. She will not get it.
Why?
From Edo State. She will get
she's from Edo State
people
now.
that believe in her, that believe that she's qualified.
No. Me, I don't believe in her going for governor.
It's not gender based. I don't think now in this generation people choose a candidate because of whether she's a female, I must support. No,
I think she's
a woman is not qualified enough. I will not support her.
I'm not suggesting her. I'm suggesting her in the context of women that have performed very well already. So it's not about because she's a woman, because she's also competent. At least we think she aligns with our own views and our own the way we want the country to go.
Everybody has different talents, and I think for her, activism is her forte. I think that's where she's really good at. I don't know about her being an administrator. She's a businesswoman. She has told us what she does for a living, and it doesn't mean that she could be somebody that may be good in governing a state of over 3 million people. And I am not in a place to judge her, but based on what I know about her, I think she's a good she can be a good spokesperson. Instead of being that's just my opinion anyway. But that's what.
But don't you think that the vision is all that matters more? Because with vision, you can select the right people to do the job for you. And this is what I was talking about earlier on, that better a school leaver that is a nationalist, or in the case of what we are talking about, that has the same vision as you, than somebody that has all the degrees and all the rest and experience that wants to sell you out.
I don't know if she has the same vision as me.
No, I don't believe that, Mr. Naija Watch. I don't believe that.
She's voted P2B wholeheartedly, and some of the things she espouses, and I've heard her talk about, is very, very strongly in line with what I hear you talk about, Madam Rita, and other people here.
I don't think so. Maybe you don't understand me, or you don't understand her.
You talk about hating corruption so much. She doesn't like it. All the kind of stuff you talk about.
Everybody doesn't like corruption. Except maybe you like corruption.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that she didn't. She's for Peter Obi. She didn't like APC. Because all those were rigging election, all those other things. Most of the things she talk about here, she talks about it on a grander scale. And somehow, if she runs for office, you're going to think twice. And I like people you don't know whether they are going to represent you really. I don't know. Personally,
Tunaja, let me tell you one shocking thing. Tunaja, can I tell you one shocking thing?
Yeah.
Okay. From the history of Nigeria, activists are never good leaders to lead a state. They are never good. In Nigeria, we've never made a success of it. Rather, they turn around and join the political wing or join the clans to perpetrate the same evil they are fighting against. Go check Nigeria
You mean
history.
the
It has
Shomole
been
and
there.
all these? Many people in Nigerian politics have
They
been
have not been
activists
tested. Look,
once.
see, you know how to test leadership. You need to go through the parliamentary system for us to know your worth, so that you train yourself mentally to be prepared for that job. You don't just go into that job thinking that you know the laws, you know the constitution. Meanwhile, you're not abreast with it.
See,
Meanwhile, you don't know what it is.
most
Then you now go in there, you now start acting
revolutionaries,
the other way.
Black Panther, most revolutionaries were activists once, and it doesn't even matter. It's the mindset. Like I said, if somebody has the right mindset, they will seek the solution. They will listen to the right people. When they hear the right thing, they understand it. But if they don't have the right mindset, they are just going to go there and they will deliberately sell our people out. And that's the point I'm making. I hear your point that you need to experience to run for certain offices. Maybe she should have started in a local government, but those are people that have that kind of mindset. They should not remain in the activism space, and that is part of the problem. You need to get out of the activism space and get involved.
See, to Niger, you know what is happening? Nigeria leadership, that is the leadership in any stratas in Nigeria, they forgot one fundamental things they need to do. When you are a pinnacle in any movement, don't refuse to train people that will take that ideology after you might have stepped forward to take a position of leadership. That is one
Yeah.
thing we don't do in Nigeria. They leave them because of greed and selfish nature of many Nigerians. You see, Gani Fahimi trained a lot of leadership, and they are still burning till today. They are still born in the legal luminary, in the finance industry. They are all there. They are burning. But because of corruption, you cannot see them. But they are still speaking. People like the lawyer that said our brother that was a spokesperson for Labour Party. That's the LP. I mean for LP for PO, the Yoruba brother that has a channel on YouTube. He was a follower of Gani Fahimi. He got it. And he stick with it, and he's still there today. How many of them are there? How many other leaders? Look at some of them that are active. They call themselves activists. You just try them with go into the Senate first and change the laws, the fundamentals that will make good leadership. Go in there and use your activities to change it, because those people that are revolutionaries, they are different from activism. Because activism itself is to correct the abnormality, the human rights abnormalities and other ingredients of nature that the leadership want to use to bring us down. The activists, they go there to correct it. But somebody that is a revolutionary, he comes with his ideologies and go into power and instill his ideology on the people so that he can get that transformation.
I think
to speak, please.
yeah, go ahead. You want to say something?
As I was saying, can we allow Madam Luke to speak, please? You know, we've been speaking.
She doesn't need permission to speak now. Madam Luke, are you there? If you want to say something, you are free to say what you want to say.
So I wanted to speak. I was just waiting.
Okay, go ahead then.
I was curious to find out, why is Mr. CM not speaking on this topic?
So they gave you mic and you're asking for CM. Let me say what I want to say.
I'm going somewhere now.
Okay.
Oga CM, are you there? That was what my point was. He was not available. Anyway.
Good observation. Very good observation.
Because
it concern you now. The guy don't want to get involved.
Let me tell you why it's important. So that when somebody wants to come in, people who are not participating, at least they're the ones that should be put in the backstage first. Because what happens is that when you're sitting there, you're holding the seats, but people think you're there, but you're not there. And I don't think it's fair, like people like us, like long throats, like want to come in and we cannot come in. So having said that, we've been through this topic before. Madam Rita, thank you. You are doing a good job. And I appreciate your emotional maturity and your emotional intelligence, which I would say I don't have, because my own is like it's just out there. So there's no filter in my own, but you are measured, you are guarded, you are extremely articulate, and you put your points on. Even if you disagree, you don't get emotional. Even if somebody is trying to put her fingers in your eyes, you hold your own, but in a very, very emotionally intelligent form. Something to learn from. May God give me strength. Anyway, having said that, I've been down this road before, and unfortunately, you were not there, Madam Rita, and I was the only one in the panel. And me and Tunaja went at it for a long time because he made, you see, and with what I have listened, we see what we're saying. We're all saying the same things, but I think the ego is getting in the way. That is what I have seen in all this. Nobody says a woman is equal to a man, and nobody says a man is equal to a woman. Yes, what you are trying to do is to put us in specific roles according to what the tradition or some Bible or some religious book is saying, because it's the order in which you have lived your life. And I want to say something. There is no progressive society in this on the planet Earth, or the one that has never been discovered, that such principles will hold and they will progress in life. I have looked everywhere. When you now start having, I don't even know where you can even come out publicly in any civilized world or any advanced country, really traditionalist or not, that will come out and tell you a woman has her place in somewhere and a man has his place in somewhere, without any rocket science involved. We all know we have different strengths. We all know we have different strengths. So are we competing that we have to go and play football? No, you go and play where your football, where your strength is. We give birth. Men don't give birth. I don't think a man can push out the baby after 8 hours of labor. We all have our own strengths. So what are we talking about here? My problem is that we have to agree that given equal opportunities, we will all excel equally. That is my stand. I'm not going to use tradition. I'm not going to use biblical. Even when you get married and you're at home, a man knows his strength. A woman knows his strength. It's both of you that will come together and say, you know what, this is your forte. This is where I'm good at. Roles can change at any time. It depends on who is down and who is up. It doesn't matter. And I did say when I was here with the last panel, I said, I don't believe in my husband working 7 days a week and I'll be home. He'll be running the street out there and leave me with 4 nappy-headed children in the house to be pulling my teeth out with no means of escaping them. So just like you feel like you got to do what you got to do outside, sometimes women also need that break. Even whether they're housewives or whatever, that is even the hardest job in the world. That is the hardest job in the world because you take no vacations. You have no way.
Why did you say it is the hardest job in the world?
Now you're just going to destroy all the female.
Why do you say the hardest job in the world? Why did you say so?
You started again, though. You started again now.
Sometimes you speak some word that doesn't even make somebody just go out of line.
She started again now.
I'm explaining to you. You don't want to hear it. I say it's the hardest job in the world because there are no vacations.
Okay.
No, there are no vacations.
Yeah, same thing
you
for men.
Excuse me, you are
then you stay single and have all your vacation in the world.
Trouble, you hear what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
Can you hear me? I'm even giving the women credit that they're doing a harder job, being at home 24/7.
I see.
Do you hear me?
They are doing it.
That is why I tell you, it's only ego that is driving this whole argument.
Okay, so you are saying women work harder than men.
I didn't say that.
Okay, they are okay. Madam, Luke. Let's ask
you
question.
You are not explaining yourself very well. Explain yourself very well.
Ask that question. Now, let me ask question.
No. You say I said I don't explain myself very well. Let me explain.
Yes, now.
I said being a full-time parent, whether it's a man or a woman, is the hardest job in the world. But most women are the ones that do full-time housewife. You will never see a full-time house husband. So I am telling you, that is the hardest job in the world. And I get trying to give my reasons. There are no vacations. The man can be gone for 7 days a week. Whether he's at work or he's not at work, or nobody knows. He might be in a hotel somewhere chilling with his friends. Nobody knows. Because he has left the house. A woman will not leave the house. She will do the school run. She will cook. She will clean. It is a very difficult job. And that is why when people come out and tell me that the man, after you came to the house, you came to a member abroad to come and build house, and you build the house, and after 20 years, Honey, you people build
Madam Rita, can I ask you, Madam Luke, can I ask you a question?
Ask your question. Stop holding.
Madam Luke, what you are explaining now, you're trying to, sit on the fence and trying to make a rhetoric. Hold on. You're trying to sit between two people. I'm trying to say if it's the parent, then you not just oppose it, a woman. Now, are you trying to change the nature of a woman?
Excuse me. No, you need to say the nature of some women.
No, woman, not some women. Women are women. I'm not categorizing.
You know, I'm a different woman, right? I'm a different breed.
Look.
No, listen to me.
Look, it doesn't matter. Don't look. You look, Madam Luke. You are speaking. The reason why you are speaking.
And that's your.
Wait, let me land it so that you get it very well. You are speaking because of the abnormality, the cultural abnormality.
No. There's no
wait now. You must be on one side now. Where do you stand? Tell me where you stand.
I said there is no cultural abnormality because we are evolving and you are trying to hold on to the relics of the past. Whatever you are doing now has no bearing in what's going on right now. Our children are being raised differently. So you are living in the dark ages. You cannot, this thing you are doing, you can't practice it with your children 10, 20 years from now. Even the ones I'm dealing with now, I can't even mention all these things to them because they don't even know what tradition is all about. They have no faintest idea what you're talking about. So you are only practicing what you are used to and what you saw your parents. The generation now, you cannot preach all these things to them because we are evolving. Is what I'm trying to say. So when I say to the fence.
What you are saying now is that
Black Panther, let me say something, please. I think the world has changed, yes, and the change has not necessarily been for the better when it comes to gender roles that has been honed over thousands and maybe millions of years. And because of that, we all know the consequences that is leading to societally in Western countries. The idea that we should double down on it is not advisable, especially for our own society too. And that is the point I feel like you are mistaken. And then to go on to say the job of a woman is also the hardest because they are
not a woman, a single parent.
A single parent. Okay, if you make it a single parent, that's even worse because now you are saying the job of a single parent is
man or woman.
Okay, good. Okay, then what is the thrust of the argument when you said the job of a single parent is the hardest? I missed that.
That's why I'm trying to tell you that trying to box men and women into traditional roles will not work in this day and age. Because you have single men. Like, I was raised by a single man. So things are changing. I keep saying it. Things are changing. I know my friends, there's some men I grew up with, they were single parents here in this America until they remarried. So when they were the ones that cooked, they were the ones that cleaned, because there was no woman at the house at that time. So what I'm trying to tell you is that all this your nomenclature that you're trying to paint here and there is not going to work.
Madam Luke. No, wait. Tunaja, wait. You see, Madam Luke, you are a very smart woman. I know where you are going to. I know your smartness you are playing. You are playing. You are trying to play smart on us. I know what you're doing.
No, I'm not trying to play smart.
You are trying to wait.
Just ask your question and stop trying to
Tunaja,
you're just being disruptive. Actually, I'll just end the conversation here.
Hold your peace. I'm not trying to say against her or not. I'm trying to say she's trying to play smart.
Mr. Black Panther.
Because I understand where you.
I am trying to
see, Madam Rita, Madam Luke, stay one side.
No, you can't stay one side. You can't stay
because
one side.
you are trying to do one thing. You're trying to box the men in and try to box the men out. That's what you're doing.
Boxing anybody in.
No, that's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. She's talking about single parents. Okay, you're talking about
boxing anybody in. I don't know what you are talking about.
She's talking. Okay, you don't know what I'm talking about. Let me let you understand what I'm talking about. Let me tell you what I'm talking about.
Wait a minute, Mr. Black Panther.
Talking about stuff. Just go to the point.
Mr.
Naija.
Black Panther, you have the
Black
floor.
Panther, just make your point, please.
To Naija, see, to Naija, when somebody is speaking, I'm a good listener and I'm picking points. All what she said, she's going either single parent, then she's just opposing it with a woman. She will land with a woman. I want her to stand one
What do you mean I
position.
land with a woman?
Look,
This is
Madam
single
Luke,
parents.
Madam Luke, wait, Madam Luke, listen to person. This is how I understood you. Madam Luke, Madam Rita was here. Madam Rita is here. She told us she was speaking and she spoke something that was so passionate to me that I have to come in about the woman, how women are being relegated, how they don't need to be given a cake, throw cake at them as if they are one of their pets. It touches me. But you came in now. You came in now. You came in now. You are trying to change the issue.
Box me to
I'm
the
not
line
boxing you.
No, listen
I'm
now.
telling you what we have
You
been
are
talking
trying
about
to-
since.
You are trying to channel my mind into what Madam Rita was doing. Madam Rita
No,
was,
no, that is what we have been talking about now. It's not about the men now.
no, I'm not. And I'm
But you are
trying
talking about single
why-
parent and
And
married
that is
couple.
what I'm trying to tell you. I'm running it back to the topic that you are trying to box it into a gender issue. And I'm trying to tell you the world has changed. That there's a gray line between a woman's role and a man's role. And that traditional thing is not going to work in this day and age. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. So I am speaking from a neutral point of view because
he
I
didn't
don't
even
see
make
how
any
it
point.
affects, excuse me, I don't see how it affects the man any way that it affects the woman. And when Mr. Niger Watt was saying, give the woman because the woman, and Madam Rita was right. You see, that is the reason why you feel that we're at a disadvantage. So we need a step up to do what we need to do. So she can have 26 minutes and a man cannot have 26 minutes. So this is being favoritism, pampering. We all like to be pampered. Don't get me wrong. Pampering so that way the women can come. Maybe because we're not many women here. That is the reason why he's doing it. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that tell me any progressive society that assigns this kind of a woman has her place and a man has his place. There is no civilized country.
Actually, most of them do, or most of all the changes you are talking about right now, they are relatively new. These same societies, they were selling wives.
Did you hear what I asked you? Can you please point to one progressive nation where you have this traditional?
Let me. I've not been able to interchange with her for just 2 sentences before somebody jumps in again. So my own argument is that what you are arguing as if that the world is changing towards is something that the world is trying to run away from. A lot of them are running away from it. It's a dangerous thing, and to tell us to head in that direction, like I said, if nature itself has honed these things for millions of years, and you just want to jettison it within a few generations, there's consequences to it.
Mr. Tunaja, what exactly are you jettisoning?
You are jettisoning the traditional family structure. You are jettisoning the various gender roles as they describe.
What is the traditional family
the various gender roles? You are saying that we should embrace the changes that are happening to it.
Can you please, in clear words, give me 3 examples of what a man's role is and what a woman's role is in a traditional setting?
In a traditional setting, a man's role is to provide, protect, and this thing. The 2 major ones is provide and protect,
and recruit,
and also procreate. No, also procreate. Then the woman's role is to procreate, nurture, and what else again? Basically, procreate and nurture. That's generally.
So what do you mean? I should sit down at home and be procreating and nurturing?
No, it's not restricted to that. Like men to do other things other than.
No.
You are talking about
I'm telling you, because when you procreate and nurture, you remind me of a mother hen who sits in her coop, and all she does is catch her feet, search for food, open her wings, get her children in when it's raining. So nurturing and procreating, that is the role of a woman.
See, so hold on.
Mother hen has it changed his nature? Mother hen has it changed his nature?
Let me interchange with her, because I think what she's doing here.
Tinaja, you are not interchanging with her. You are speaking to everybody.
Can you hold on now? I see you just like talking about. See, let me just go straight to the point she made. The nurturing that you are trying to describe in negative terms. That is at the core of the problem.
Mr. Tunaja, Madam Rita is locked out.
Yeah. She's Let us stay out. Let me deal with you first. Uh, she want to be a man now. So point is, the nurturing, the way you are describing it, is at the core of the problem. You are describing it in a pejorative way, in a negative way.
Then educate me. What exactly are you
Because
talking about?
nurturing is one of the most powerful tools for the reasons why we are here. Hold on.
You speak in back
You describe it yourself. So I don't need to describe it again.
You mean procreating and
taking care of the young and the next generation. In other words, the next generation of human beings. And remember,
a man does not procreate. It's only me that I'm the one procreating by myself.
Somebody has to keep everybody alive. What's the use of procreating and if everybody dies? The man's job is to make sure the next generation survives and thrives. And so far, you can argue that we've done our job very well, and so has the women done their job very well. But the idea that what you're arguing for is the way to go, I'm saying for our own society, is actually wrong.
So is it a crime for a woman to be a provider?
No, not at all.
So, okay, now that you have these fluid roles, why can't you just develop kind of a partnership where you have a rotational system so everybody can get an equal piece of the pie? If I nurture now, you nurture tomorrow. We
don't have fluid role. Nobody gave us fluid role. This fluid role you are describing comes from a foreign society. You have to understand the context I'm talking about it.
Okay. I agree with to say what you're saying.
Mr. Sunanja, you talk about this foreign society thing. Isn't that what people are practicing now? Exactly. In present day, do you know that women are even the one providing? Exactly. And you just mentioned the role of a man. Some men are not playing the role, the traditional role, or let me not use it. You have traditional role in which you were brought up. Men that are preaching it, they're not even practicing it. Exactly. So children growing up, seeing that their mother is like working, a young girl will think that's the norm because that's what she's saying. You are speaking based on how
I think what you are saying is wrong. One, let me add this. Let me add this. Let me give you the figures so you understand. 70% of homes, men are the breadwinners. 70% and above. Nigeria is probably higher. So when you start using that term,
I disagree. It's 50%.
Disagree with the data. You want me to present the data again?
It's 50. At least in all those your statistics. I'm talking about reality. It's 50%, my dear brother.
It's not
50% in Nigeria. And I'm talking. It's 50% in Nigeria. Take it or leave it.
Let's find the data then. Let's see what they have in Nigeria.
I'm not looking at those your data. Those I don't know where the sources come, but 50% of what I have seen is 50%, my brother.
Can I come here? Can I come here?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm saying what's in the reality of today. So when you raise up that chauvinistic, men are providers and men are protectors. Women are the one who protecting men. A woman can provide and pay protection.
Madam Rita, is the reason why we are here today.
Stop playing around with a very fundamental aspect of life.
Stop playing around.
Stop playing around with it.
What is a lie? What do you mean stop playing around? Can you be specific?
Madam Rita,
a woman can pay for her security.
Let me be specific now. Don't just be bulldozing the men. Say because let me tell
I'm not bulldozing. Why do you feel threatened to Mr. Black Panther? You feel threatened that maybe the culture of the man being here. I am trying to finish.
What you are saying, Tunaja, please, Tunaja, don't let me hold war with you, please.
Go shut up.
If I'm speaking, don't disrespect me because I've never disrespected you.
Okay, fine. You didn't
I know when I will come after you. I don't have these people online.
Mr. Black Panther, Mr. Tunaja, please wait.
Online, please.
Mr. Black Panther, wait. Madam Rita, I just want to tell you something. I made a statement, I think it was 2 Sundays ago. I said there is no woman that will come to this panel and agree with what these women are saying. I said it. There is no woman. Because anytime I'm here, it is about 7 men to 1 woman. And the same thing is happening here. That's why I came in.
Madam Luke, hold on.
You think there's no woman that will agree? I've seen women that agree with us 100%.
I'm not.
See, there's one thing I said.
Who is talking? Who muted
I was
Black
saying, and
Panther?
I have said it many times that sometimes we come here, women are outnumbered. There is no woman
No, that is not a way
wait
forward now.
now, wait
Being
now,
outnumbered doesn't
let
matter
me
now.
finish now. Let me finish. I said there is no woman that will come here and agree with that traditional role of man and woman. I have said it many times. There's no woman that will come on this panel and agree. That's my point. Thank you.
You said there's
There
no
are
woman.
women. Oh.
That
A
will come
black
and
beauty does
agree.
agree with us. So a black beauty, she's been on. I don't know whether she's been on this panel. She's been on that panel. She actually agrees with what we are talking about. As a matter of fact, they've experienced it in America, and they are coming back and telling African people not to copy what is going on there because their family structure is almost decimated.
Who are they to tell
Simple,
us what to
Tuna,
do?
simple. That is what some
Because they've
ladies are
lived it, they
speaking.
have the experience, they know what it has done to their families.
Their experience is not our experience. Everybody has individual experiences. They should speak for
Exactly.
So that's why our boys
different.
now are wearing their trouser half down their waist and treating women as if women are some kind of toys, calling women all kinds of. Are you seeing that our culture is going to change to Western culture?
You two Nigeria on this panel, you sexualize women. Remember?
No, I don't.
Madam, look.
What do you mean?
Hold on. No,
Let
Tunaja
her
does not do that.
substantiate her accusation of my good reputation that I sexualize women.
You were remember with the day we were arguing here or having a debate, you were talking about feminine guiles. I found that very insulting.
Yes, no, it's not. Oh, you see, because you hate everything feminine.
Because you said it was feminine guys that would get the women.
Oh my God! You see, the way you think,
your words were
it's like you don't even like anything feminine.
You even mentioned Miriam Babangida that it was because of the feminine guys she used on her husband. That's how she got contract and all those things.
No, I mean because she's not aggressive. And somebody even said it earlier on this channel that he was being very.
Excuse me, Mr. Tunaja, do you know the history of Miriam Babangida? Do you know how Miriam Babangida met Babangida?
I don't know. Maybe she.
Okay, please educate him.
Let me tell you, it's not something I want to say.
She probably shot her way through this thing there. Okay, go ahead.
Excuse me, Miriam Babangida is from Asaba. Okay, I'm not going to denigrate the dead, and I'm not going to sit here and lecture you on how Miriam Babangida met Babangida until she became this holy wife that you're talking about.
I didn't say she was holy.
I'm not. Listen to me. Before she got to that wife, I'm not going to tell you how she became from wife. Do you know Babangida was married to other women?
I won't be surprised.
Oh, you see, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Madam, don't talk about Mariam Babangida. That one now their personal issue.
The same. Just like the way. I think there is a commonality. See, Madam Luke. Ask yourself the question, Madam Luke.
Before any woman gets to any position in power, she came from a side chick to a wife.
Okay.
Let me educate you.
So
Madam Luke.
So what? Is that
Madam Luke?
She didn't have to apologize for that. See, Black Panther will shut up my mouth after now. Let me just say something to her.
All those your feminine guys coming. And that was
the feminine guys. See, my point. The point I was making to you
is
that
she was very aggressive.
Let me make. That's not aggression. That is not
aggressive.
What you call aggression? See. Let me just add this. Some of the things you describe in negative terms, it really surprised me because those things are feminine traits, and you describe them in a negative term, and I worry that. It's like what Americans would call self-hating. You almost like you hate your gender's quality.
What are feminine traits? You speak in parables.
Like when you talk about nurturing, you talk about nurturing in a negative way. You talked about feminine guiles in a negative way. It's like the things that are feminine, you don't like it. You prefer traits that describe masculine traits.
Excuse me, I'm a tomboy. I'm not a feminine person, but I saw a husband to marry. So what's your point?
No, but
Madam Luke.
If you do those things, then you are denigrating what it is to be a woman.
Tunaja. Let me say something.
Black Panther. I beg a second. This argument, Madam Luke just said she's a tomboy, and yet she was able to find a husband to marry. Wonderful. Please, let's ask Bobrisky. Again, he has tested in both sides.
Seriously, Bobrisky to this
one. Can we not even go there?
Why did you drag that one in
here? Guy. We're talking about women
now. We are not talking about female guy or cross-dresser.
Tomboy is still a woman, and there's no reason why you shouldn't find a guy. So that is besides the point. The point I'm making still remains.
Tomboy. Let me tell you about tomboy.
I didn't have no
Tunaja, Tunaja, tomboy is not a woman. Tunaja, those are rhetoric. That's name. Tomboy is not a woman. Let us not use name to just qualify them.
Tomboy is a woman.
This guy know what
A lot of tomboys. They don't like the female. They don't even like to stay female. They are transforming into male now.
Listen, no. Excuse me.
No, Mr. Black Panther, you misunderstood.
We are seeing it in America here now. A lot of tomboys.
What are you saying? That's a different thing entirely. You're saying, Mr. Tula, Black Panther.
Black Panther just goes upside.
No, tomboy no they marry now. They're not they marry now.
No.
They
tomboy,
do.
A tomboy.
They're not they marry.
Excuse me, Mr. Black Panther. Unfortunately, you don't know what the definition of a tomboy is. A tomboy is a woman who grew up in the midst of boys.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you
Listen to me.
the active part of tomboys.
Tomboys they tend to like things men do.
Yes.
Tomboys like this. Wait. Tomboys like this what men do, and tomboy is transforming into a proper man now.
It doesn't mean they want to turn into a man.
Hello, I'm sorry guys that I have to quickly come in. I be saying I go get my rest. I say Madam Luke and Madam Rita, they don't hold my maid, they don't hold my whole space.
They don't hold us. What is the
They don't hold anybody. What are you talking about?
Generally here, and I say don't hold us.
They don't hold you, they come up for them. I bet go hide
Not
yourself.
dream, they dream.
I bet go one corner. You not see the way Madam Luke push you go one corner.
He not push me now. I dey tell him wetin they talk.
You.
He dey wan stay for two sides. He won't use brain.
Forget they beat you. Don't affect.
He dey. Me, I don't want win. I don't want win.
Not pattern for you.
Every time they knock him sideways, he doesn't even feel it.
I
He
am
calls
with
back
the
for ball.
women. Look, I am with the women.
He always calls back
I am
for
with the
ball.
women. You don't understand me very well. I am with the women.
The men are on the side.
I want them to clean the inner house.
Oh my God, this conversation is funny. The men are on the side of the women.
I go advise you, Black Panther, make use of the Shamu no investigate you. I will tell you.
What do you want to investigate now? I said I did the women's side, but one thing, the question I'm having there is that the women are not educating themselves. Rather, they are focusing on the men, fighting the men.
You wait. You know, say for someone investigate the way to enter house now, we can't know say you not coin the true way. You know understand?
How?
The way to enter this house. Because I don't
know. I know be Agbado now. You be Agbado now.
Okay, make I quit. I bet make una allow me make I change this topic for like 2 minutes. Make I change them. No, continue with this topic, but may I change that?
Mr. Bix.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bix.
Yes, sir.
Madam Luke and Madam Rita. I'm happy they don't hold Black Panther today for blockers.
I stay with them now. I don't hear my statement. I stay with them now.
They finish them.
But they need to do on the way the men go to support them.
Madam Luke voice surpassed and
no, Madam Luke is just fun to talk with. I've told her before.
But he beat you. Just accept
if you like me beat me, I no send. I no send. I go vote for the women. If don't go pay Nuna, I go vote for them.
Okay, he's fighting for women by arguing against them. That's
no. What I'm saying is that they are not doing it rightly. They need to clean in house.
How do you know we're not doing this rightly? Are you the invigilator or the man?
Yes, I got to stand for your side so you can win it
rightly.
You cannot win. Look,
Black
Rita, yes. You cannot win any fight as a woman against the men if the men are not on your side.
What?
Wow.
That is nature. It is nature.
Nature according to who?
Even in the house. I
cannot believe what I just heard. I can't believe it.
That is reality.
Marita, you need to come and see what I'm
you just stay mute. Made them for beat this mark where.
I'm gonna say myself now. I am controversial in this statement, and the statement will prove me right. You cannot win a fight.
Black Panther, what you talk,
Yes, Madam Rita.
Please don't say that again. That statement you made. You just be embarrassing yourself. Don't say it again.
You hold on.
I'm holding on.
Madam Luke, wait till I talk. Am I wrong? Reality.
Okay. You are not wrong, but you are backdated.
I'm not contented
Very
now.
dated.
I'm trying to fuse. I'm trying to fuse.
Hold on.
Look, people
Let me put it
people
this way.
tend to come with different culture. That is why I'm trying to fuse
You
in.
Okay.
are. What did they call that? When you're out of time. You are in a.
Madam, look, no
It's
matter how you
dated.
go talk,
When something
no
is
matter you
dated,
go
it's like a
talk,
relic. It's old. It's
Don't
dated.
No,
Primordial.
Madam, look, it has to
Black
come
Panther,
from the
what
home.
makes you think you go win this case for where Madam look and
I
Madam
don't want
Ika,
win them.
they
I
take
want to
together.
tell them see, I don't want win the case.
They don't
I
want
want
to
tell
accept your
them,
reality,
I want tell
Oga.
them the
You know
reality
what?
of the matter.
Black
Look,
Panther, you are not
look.
wrong. You are
Wait,
not wrong.
Madam, look now. Wait now.
I bet no one beat am from you.
Madam, look. Let's say, for instance, now, where I'm arguing from now, it's like this. Let's say, from instance, now we are in a parliament, and the women, they are bringing forth a bill which is going to enhance a young child to access everything equally with the male child. Let's say there is discrimination in that environment.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that the female require the support of the male to get that bill signed.
Wait, Black Panther,
yes.
Why didn't you ask yourself, say, me why I don't sleep already, I don't have back, I'll come back. The beat where they beat you where
you did dream now, you there for No, Madam, look, what kind of talk? Am I wrong?
They beat you.
Listen to me, eh?
Why they use
I'm coming from a perspective. I'm not coming from a very close perspective, my micro sector.
Organizer watch. Mr. Black Panther, I never said you were wrong. If with Mr. Chris Dublin, all of you are not wrong, but you are living in the times of our forefathers.
Chris Dublin,
which forefather? Which forefather? You want Scatayan now? You want Scatayan now?
Because in
this Scatayan now, Scatayan.
Wait.
How you going to talk like that, forefather? You want to change the culture?
Black Panther, may you wait your body to the hot. So, Madam, look, they mention Oga Chris Dublin, one and don't beat, go put for one corner. Don't
worry, he's going to copy later.
Nobody, I repeat, nobody can beat Oga Chris Dublin. Oga Chris Dublin, there for in the holy end. In the holy end.
I know what you know. Make I talk.
Oga Chris, they play. Oga Chris, they play safe. I don't replace safe at all.
Oga Chris has been very consistent in his submissions. You know the waiver.
They play safe. We know I'm not safe place to come from.
No, the way if you now want beat Oga Chris, might tell you how now to beat him. If Oga Chris they talk for background, say more at least he go say, hello, make I talk. So una voice go supersede, go oppressive voice.
Black Panther,
it's like you give people bad advice.
No, everybody in the whole their own.
Black Panther is struggling. Don't mind him. He's trying to cover. He's just struggling.
He's always struggling.
But look has boxed him somewhere.
You know,
just keep quiet. You keep talking. That's the problem.
You see, all the things you guys are saying, someone like Mr. Tunaja, the perfect scenario for Mr. Tunaja is to go to an Amish settlement.
You guys, you don't have a clue. The perfect scenario for you. The perfect scenario for you is so that the men, you know your perfect scenario, so that your men are changing napkins and cooking food for you. That's your perfect scenario.
Help me beat Black Panther. Beg.
You cannot survive in an Amish environment.
A perfect scenario is
strong for
let men sit at home, changing napkins, cooking food for her, and washing her feet. That's your perfect scenario.
Yes.
Don't mind now. Don't mind now.
You know what is going to happen? The other women, their husbands are going to come and clear all of you out if your men do that kind of work. Who is going to protect?
Madam Luke need to go for recharging. I don't tell her last time. I said I'm recharging. I need to go for. You know the year. I go tell you today again. Go and recharge your battery.
There is nothing. You see, when you talk, especially when you talk, and Mr. Chris talks, even Mr. sometimes, it is kind of romanticizing. You know, I could picture my grandfather with his 4 wives jumping from hut to hut in the middle of the night, sampling all his wives, and coming back until he finally got to the 5th one and he had a heart attack and died. Yeah,
what is your problem with? You see, you are so hateful of all these things.
You
It's
know
like
you
you
know
don't want
the
men doing
So
what
Naija, don't use the word
nature made
hateful.
them. No. Okay, now let me tell you what hateful. This one that is a word police. Hold on. Let me say this. You see, you do this every time. Whenever you are describing something that is responsible for the reason why we are here. These are powerful institutions. You describe them in pejorative terms. It is wrong.
Wait, I beg, explain to yourself. You people should ask yourself question. Even me as I did here, so I don't know how men do it though. You will jump. Excuse me. How can you? You will die. Abba.
That's what we are designed for.
To jumpstart you.
What is the holla there now? It's what we are designed for.
What you are designed for?
Yeah, well, this is what we are designed for. We are supposed to do those things. Then, if we perish because there will be next generation.
That's why I said you should be in an Amish camp. That is where you should be.
It's not Amish. It's why you are here.
Madam, look, it used to be a sister wives program. Where you can have like 500 sister wives. I doubt you can even handle it.
Yes, so and I will tell you someone like Tunaja.
You see how women are very hypocritical. Yes.
You see,
no, women are not hypocritical. Don't say that.
Prove to you now. Prove to you. The data shows that clearly.
Tunaja, you're busy promoting all these fantastic romantic settings of traditional outlook, and here you are on every forum every night. Which time are you going to use to feed those women?
Because there are women like you everywhere now. That's the problem.
Madam Luke, you know one thing. Madam Luke, you know, like our forefathers.
Black Panther, hold on. Let me just add Black Panther. Wait now. Let me just make this point. Most women they will tell you that they want metrosexual men that will be changing napkins and cooking for them and all the rest. But the people that they want to procreate with are the real men that we want, that we describe. They go and sleep with those ones. Then the ones they want to settle with are these loser men. Then when they settle with these loser men,
that's really wrong. That's wrong, man.
No. Okay, I will not call it loser men. I will not call it loser men. I will say that's why you have fake paternity. There is so many in our culture.
What is your problem with women? It's like you just don't like women.
At all.
No. I don't like women. Can you people let me take these women on? Because I don't hate women. It's people that hate women.
You hate
everything feminine.
First one I go beat.
Totally wrong.
Come off for a body now.
You all hate everything feminine.
Like the mission is
no, Mr. Tunaja.
No, your own is different.
You want to be like men.
I don't want to be like a man. I don't want to be like a man.
You say you don't.
I don't want to be like a man. The issue is that with this ego trip, that you just don't want to realize that what I'm saying is the truth. It's an ego thing. Because anytime you always have it's always to blast women.
I'm describing it as what it is. It's not an ego thing at all. Why would I be egotistical about this?
You know that Mr. Chris Dublin said one thing. Mr. Chris Dublin said one thing.
They hate women. How can you hate women so much? You hate all the feminine traits.
Mr. Chris Dublin does sleep.
He's firing on in the comment section. Because you know he's Mr. Chris Dublin is a man of very few words.
Not sitting in a corner in for talk just like
wait, Mr. Naja,
I'm not. Who is saying that I'm outdated? I'm not outdated. You guys are outdated, and you're going to find that the people that are going to replace you are the ones that are doing everything I've said.
Make I hear my name.
They are begging for mercy now. He's begging you to pass the bar now. Save me, please. Save me, please.
Wait.
Naija is outdated.
Wait, no. Listen. What we're going through here, everybody's entitled. You see. What we are doing is we are conveying our preferences indirectly. That's what we are doing. Everybody knows what will fit you. You're looking for in a partner.
Oh no, that's not it for me.
We are not talking about partnership now.
Mr. Chris. I'm going to what Mr. Chris Dublin said. He said it here. People who are giving the traditional ideals, where you want to change this topic
for. Can I
make them beat Mr. I made them beat and go sleep now because of the statement they make.
Who?
And the other man.
Okay, Oga Chris, that beat that one. Don't
mention his name here again.
No. Okay, I won't mention his name. What I'm trying to say that we all have our ways of projecting our
Mandalu,
preferences.
can I change this topic for 1 minute?
Oh, you are saying that you prefer men? Is that it? Is that what you are saying when you describe? Yes.
Let me give my submission. My go now.
Okay, go ahead if you want to give your submission because they started this whole wahala.
They want to castigate somebody here.
We will continue, but let me quickly pass my information first. I want to let us know on this media here, and apart from this media, on social media, Nigerians that are talking on social media. Might turn on my camera. Might do this one. I want to let everybody know that Nigerians that are talking on social media, I want you guys to understand that our voices are going far. Yes. You remember when they arrested Bobrisky? Everybody were calling for the arrest of Obi Kubana, chief priest, and Nigerians were bombarding continuously. Then Dana put the ESCC under pressure. Guess what? Tomorrow, say once they don't invite you go that court, you must go 6 months in jail. that court. So because there's no way that we go away with this. You understand? So Obi Kubana to appear before the court tomorrow, and this time,
correct,
we will know if our government is biased, because this guy is a billionaire, he's rich. Let's see if billionaire they go prison. You understand?
But if you give her a fine, I make you pay fine.
No. Bobrisky was sentenced without no fine. With
the option now.
It depends on the
judge. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
But the judge is viable now. They have a price.
But this judge will give him fine. I beg, this guy not going to jail.
Fine, he go give him. Not be them.
But what I'm saying,
they might send him down.
Even though I'm fine of jail, I just wanted to let you guys know that those people that believe that we talk. No, you put these people under pressure. Why? Have you asked yourself, why do some countries banning like YouTube or every social media platforms like Dubai? They completely ban WhatsApp and other social media, TikTok and all that. They ban it in Dubai. I don't know if they've released TikTok now anyway. And most people that is using all these TikTok and WhatsApp from there, they are using VPN. If some of you know what is VPN. So Nigerian government were also contemplating the other day that they want to ban all these things in Nigeria because the pressure you are putting in them, they don't like it. You understand? That is the pressure that makes EFCC to wake up. So say, if we not go carry this guy now, he'll come like say we are biased. Or guy you see now, or guy can say that true. But let's see what's going to happen tomorrow, 17th. It's already today. So today, Wednesday, I go appear before High Court. Then we'll take out. Let me quickly take 1 or 2 paragraphs from it. As you can see right there, the Economic Financial Crimes Commission will, on Wednesday, April 17, 2024, arraign a businessman and a socialite, Pascal Okechukwu, popularly known as Kubana chief priest, before the Federal High Court in Lagos over allegations of abusing the Naira. You understand? So now, I don't want to continue here because they went on and all that. But the truth of the matter is this. Hold on now. The truth of the matter is, Chief Kubana is the 3rd person to be arraigned in court on this Naira abuse, if I'm not mistaken. And 2 of them were sentenced to 6 months. So are you not telling me saying only him they know if he's sentenced now?
Let's see now.
They could, but they might not. Let's see what happens, I guess. But he's going to be convicted for sure.
That girl that drove from road from England to Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah.
He get committed the same offense. I have the video.
We'll make you go first. No, finish one piece first.
Spray money and stepping on the money.
Listen, if Kubana chief priest is in jail, put him in jail. It's just going to be like air conditioned jail. It's not going to be like. In fact, he will be chairman. He's going to be enjoying. Just like different people. So he's going to go and relax and enjoy. Maybe you might lose some weight, but you'll be fine.
To be honest,
So it's a waste of time. Or what is the real issue?
Rita, to be honest, if you ask me, not big fan of Obi Kubana until that 2023 election for what he do and all that. I don't want to go there. So I still be a fan. I just like the guy. But what I'm saying is not about Chief Kubana or Obi Kubana or whoever. I'm not, my concern is big billionaires, they go prison for Nigeria. Nah, that one concern me.
Nigeria was those boys for SPVs, so SPVs for government.
Exactly. And this fella is eating fried rice.
Billionaires hardly go to prison. That's the thing. Billionaires
and
hardly
this fella is eating fried rice wherever he's incarcerated in. Come down with the big red Bible. They didn't put him in a place where he made us say, this one at the president. You know, see, he's the one. He's eating fried rice, and it's just
that Bible is just annoying, really. Why when you're interested, you remember you have
Bible, carry Bible, like say, in fact.
Pathetic.
That's what the big boys do now, all over the world.
And the truth of the matter is, with the line where EFCC follows, so if they want to really do this job diligently, many people will go prison, go too much. Because you know how many people don't
politicians go.
Even
You
within EFCC, they will arrest people within EFCC too.
Exactly. So this angle where they go, so not go work. They only use and oppress people. But if they sentence Chief Kubana, maybe there's more go to visit every 2 days.
If they sentence and they go sentence Eleko, Oba of Eleko to go to prison too, because instead don't spray too.
See, you see what it does. You see the importance of every single conviction is that if somebody sees Kubana goes to jail and they see Bobrisky go to jail, anybody that is not even up to that level will think twice now before they start spraying currency. And I think that's the true effect.
The question, will they go to jail?
It doesn't matter. The point is that
money part of our culture. That's another question. All of it that are
it's not our culture. It's a decay. It's part of the decay of our culture.
Okay, another thing. If somebody prays US dollars, does that apply to the Nigerian law? If you're in Nigeria,
it applies.
No, because it's US dollars. It's not naira.
Madarita, I be like say you know what I be want your stock. My question was, what I wanted to say is that when anybody want to do party again for Nigeria, na dollar or they spray if I display money.
They will ban that one. They will ban that one too. They will ban
I'm not the person they spray for party anyway, but
don't spray of currency in parties.
Because this law is only within CBN. You don't fear affect dollar. You understand?
But the law, did it say spray dollar now, spray money now offense? Or spray money and step on it and disseminate the currency?
It's based on the CBN law. I've forgotten the section now.
The CBN Act. Take you to jail. Stepping on it will also take you to jail.
Discoloring it or marking it, those kinds of stuff.
They have never enforced this law. The law has been there.
Yeah, it has been there. The CBN Act.
I wish they enforce that of INEC. That's the one that is going to be.
They're not to enforce anything.
All these people that take money to go, all these people that take money to go and vote, they should be catching them. And the people that are bribing,
all of them. See, all the Nigerian politicians.
They said the boys were inside jail. They said the boys were inside jail with mommy of Lagos. They say maybe they press blue. They come out to say they don't get blue again.
They go cut and run.
They go say, wetin happen now? You don't get blue. The thing you call flat. Wetin happen?
Before he come outside, all the beer go come outside before he come out.
If you see the beer as it can't grow, now it be like Ugbiyoko forest.
You guys are wicked.
If you see the beer,
the guy go regret why they hate her like that. He go regret too.
No, you don't know where blue can't go. Now that one me don't understand.
But
this government, they are prosecuting some people now, though. They are prosecuting some people for certain things, but these are small things. That we need people for big things to be actually prosecuted.
The problem I have with Bobrisky is like this. If you're a cross-dresser, you don't dress as a man. You're only dressing as a woman all through. But if you're a cross-dresser, you dress like a lady, then come dress like a woman, that would have been better.
That means you are disrespecting this woman man person. This is a mommy of Lagos you they talk to like this. don't understand you.
The thing just because the human they can make money, advert in cream, all those stuff. It would have placed in such a way that people will understand it. But not when you go viral with female clothes and they now make you mommy of Lagos. That's rubbish.
I'm actually beginning to think. I'm actually beginning to agree with people that think that he was targeted for that specific reason, because in Nigeria is supposed to be relatively conservative, and this guy was out there, like in the face, showing people that like transgender kind of looks and everything, and then he's paying money too on top of it. He's like trying to recruit people to join his way of life,
and he's very aggressive.
You can see why they go after him. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that.
You are in a
conservative country. You should know yourself and behave yourself to an extent. Keep a lower profile, not just being flamboyant.
Keep a lower profile. That's it.
Yeah, I don't
know. One thing I observe about him, one thing I observe about Bobrisky is the one that caused what's happening to him now. If you just talk one thing against him, he always get aggressive. He go flare up.
Let me tell you something. Black Panther. Let me tell you. They say the other thing they talk that parable that the fight of whatever is the beginning of wisdom. I cannot put it on, but you guys know what I'm talking about. VDM, una know say the one where they call to DK, that one don't go hide for one corner. Fear no let time. They say if VDA pass now the road where VDA very dark man pass. They say that one not the pass him at all.
Dark man don't become Python.
He no fit try him as we they talk so. They say as at this moment now, VDM is the only man on top in the whole Nigeria right now. I'm telling you. They said Toto D cannot even they post for status again. That one you're the wrong to go. Say, so
you don't tell them now. You don't tell both of them. They will go jail.
VDM tell them, say, if you come for me, I will be the victim. If I come for you, I will still be the victim. And how would they see so?
Correct parable.
You say?
Correct parable. Now you talk there.
Just now.
If you come for now. Yes, mind go jail now, but they go jail themselves.
No, he's saying they go jail all the time. He be customer there.
Yes.
He say he not get any issue going to jail. He say, but he go drag on a follow body.
Because their own body don't like jail, but they'll cry.
Wahala.
I like that guy, you. I like that guy, pieces. That guy don't fear any of them.
Now you're a dope brother now. Apart from saying you don't say
they fear anybody.
That to do with ethnicism, but when it comes to dope people, we get liver. You know that. Forget that. We'll put chest for front, not in the apple.
So where they say the husband and 1 minute man. Get liver to the talk.
Just now, a dope person, I don't know where I laugh. One guy's one use laugh, finish me one time. They say a dope person, they argue, reach 1 minute before you see the other person don't raise hand, slap you. They reach 1 minute.
That's true. Now they don't know what's wrong with the person now.
No, I don't know. Normally, the way we take grow. Now, we don't feel the argue. You say you go past 60 seconds. I never hose you. I go hose you first now.
So check whether your brain they right.
I go reset your brain first before we finish the matter. But they see many other people for Nigeria, they go argue for 200 hours. That fight, they not go ever fight them.
No,
go argue. Go Benin, me go argue with a dope man. Go say, oh boy, wait.
Then go lazy for face.
They see slap from side, from back here.
That was whether your brain, bless your brain, I need to reset that. May help you.
And they must always use Ogun.
Exactly, Madarita.
So it looks like because I didn't know who this dark man was. I just checked. So it looks like this dark man may be partly responsible for why they went after Bobrisky.
Of course, now.
Because the whole thing was spinning out of control.
Now.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Somebody
I didn't know.
That's the way he go prison. He come out on Easter day. Not be that day they release her.
Yeah, now.
Yes, he come out. 24 hours later, he do video. He say, I go insult the police again. And he tell Bobrisky, say, Bobrisky, in the next 72 hours, you and Toto Dike, you are finished.
Wow.
And in only 24 hours, then they invite They say they go cash the Mummy of Lagos for house.
Yeah.
Not go there. You know, say, let me tell you one thing about our country that some of you don't understand. No, say for this platform, we they talk all the time, say, if you know, say your papa name not the open window, or your own name not the open window, you go know where they talk rich.
Now so now.
You know where they talk rich. It's the truth.
Yeah.
You know where they talk rich, because if not, if they cash you, they bless it, they cash that. You know that foul where they take to do Christmas that year. You know,
who are those useless people that went and gave Bobrisky that award for women stuff too?
Now
It's like
stage work now. The guy
they
buy
just
him.
asking for trouble. Why would you behave like that?
No,
To
see
be
like that. The guy, he bought the award. He bought it.
Whether he bought
man,
it that way, he's asking
like
for attention that he doesn't want. Yeah.
Like a very dark man came to stay. There is time for everything. He came to stay. I'm telling you. He lambasted on Davido the other day. Now, when Daddy Freeze talk and say that Davido, they fund and they do everything, he came out saying if Davido want to cut the shit, should go ahead. He doesn't give him nothing. He said we are just friends, nothing else. So both you, in fact, let me even talk about Daddy Freeze. Una still he measure very dark my gay name.
He no fit. He no fit
try him. Very dark man tell us if you mention my name again at all, your end is me.
And the priest don't get power.
A don't man where you go put for prison, go from prison, go still the threaten the judge when man set us.
That the priest there. You don't get power.
You don't know, you never hear about Edo people.
No, I didn't know of all these things. No.
NSAS started from Benin. I'm telling you. And where everybody don't they end. Edo people don't agree end. They can't go break prison. All prisoners all wrong.
They enter prison. They come out.
They
break everything. Police run.
Police run. For Benin that time. At that time they say take go London. I'll be America. He said he said he go emergency holiday.
No mind now. That lazy man.
So the truth of the matter is, you go penalize also, but we go do it to one fair do first. Forget.
Yeah.
And so
I must say, Nigeria Watch, my encounter online, whenever I talk to Edo people, generally they tend to be more logical than most groups. That especially the major groups in the general. I don't know whether it's just.
Don't mention their tribe.
I'm not gonna mention
that major is good. Yeah.
They hardly focus too much on their feelings. But that said, though, is because we are not talking about a dope thing. When you are talking about a dope stuff, a dope people do get a little bit into their feelings. So, but generally, they tend to be more rational.
If you listen to very dark man, whenever he talk, they talk and say, "Me, I know the fear you. I mean, I do man." You know, hear where they talk all the time. He let you know. You go even wear our outfit, come and can't tell you.
You wear and wear.
People are not known for shying away from conflict. They are not known for that.
Forget we know the.
If you want to make a do man take cutlass, follow you. Just mention our papa name.
Exactly. You know, if you want to mention them to Nigeria, not mention them from this kind of broadcast, maybe face to face.
They will follow you everywhere you go for the network. They will follow you enter that hole.
The other day, I had to remove one Nigeria from the stage just to prevent him from losing it. He wanted to literally explode the panel because somebody said something about the Oba. He almost lost it. I had to control and remove him from the stage. So I can't. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know that the same Mummy of Lagos, though people don't have banner from Benin?
Yeah.
He come party with Sayavets, Ezogi. The party never starts. Edo people don't my Edo people don't talk. Say that very day must come out. He don't go sleep Benin. He must go. They have to take emergency escape to escape that girl woman take come up for Benin. So
he's a girl woman,
girl woman boy or anything that call him. So listen, now make you say the Edo State governorship election where they come so Edo people don't talk already say Tinubu no fit do anything for Edo. Go find out. You know if he do anything for Edo. Not before Edo State. You know go walk.
Not when they don't want him. If the Edo people don't want him, there's nothing he can do.
You know
Edo
go
people seem to
walk.
have their own mind for some reason. I'm not established.
You know go walk.
I guess you guys were like technically you were a kind of superpower in that region before the colonizers came and did their thing. So you can see why you guys know how to exert yourself more than your average group in Nigeria. So from that point of view, you can be expected.
Nami be a doma. I'll constant with you. They cast rain for the next. How they cast rain for the for 30 minutes. How they lose my energy with you. Me. If I don't cast rain with you for 10 seconds, the next thing I woozy for your head. You know, because they say you they crazy, you say you they mad. You they crazy, me you say you they mad. We know they do that one.
You know, one thing I observed this weekend. Let nobody come for me because of this. So this is just something that we're playing around doing online.
No, we are just joking. Yeah,
we are just joking. So me and some Igbo guys were on stage and we were talking about. I don't know how he got into women, and then they were talking about women are the best looking people. First, it was village and everything. It turned out that some of the southeastern village were not exactly very very good looking. And then the ones that are generally better looking are the Akwa Ibom and all that. Then the Igbo guy said, okay, let's check the women. I was started checking the women. Oh my goodness, it's unbelievable. What it came down to was that the Edo women generally came out as looking the best, generally from the south region of Nigeria and rivers and this. But the southeastern women, we know full well, are also very good looking. On the internet, they are not very well represented, especially on Google or YouTube. And what we said was that okay, it looks like this internet is not representing them very well, but the Edo people came out like the best looking. I don't know whether it's because of the
for me, I will just
stuff that they're wearing there.
I will judge that based on what was uploaded on the internet. You understand?
It's supposed to be random, isn't it? But the distinction was clear. You see, that's the problem.
To be honest, when it comes to that area, for me, I think Nigerian women are doing excellently well in terms of beauty. Forget our women are beautiful. Good. In fact, even go reach Fulani women. Our women are beautiful.
No.
Yeah, but some are more than others. And then the point is that when we were doing it that day, because the Igbo guy kept saying, search this state. The Igbo guy keeps saying, search this state, search this one. Every time we check, it's just, it's like something is wrong here because it looks like the southeastern states, their images online is not very good on Google anyway.
At the end of the day, everybody.
Ethiopian villages before.
Mr. Blackwood, excuse me. At the end of the day, it's what you see as beauty. It's different for everybody. What some men will pick as, oh, this is a beautiful woman. Another man will say she's ugly. You know, so the statistics vary. You know, because maybe the aesthetics you're looking at is based on what you see in the magazines or what they have told us what beauty looks like.
Oh no. This one is traditional dressing. They're wearing traditional dressing. It's even the Igbo guy were not. The Igbo guys were not.
As far as I'm concerned, personally, anybody who is the beautiful woman, you see her in her true self, not with makeup. Her true self, her real hair, no makeup, no enhancement of pictures and all that. They know that is you want to look at the physical aspect, but that aesthetics is not based on what the world defines as a beautiful woman. It's unique with everybody.
Without makeup. You say without makeup.
I'm talking about that's me now. It's not what the world has put out there.
Some men have that kind of what you just said now. A lot of men have it.
But the statistics of most men, and sometimes they're not even aware of it, or what a beautiful woman looks like in their own eyes, is what the world has put out there as what a beautiful woman should look like, which is wrong. Right. And that's why a lot of men marry trophy wives and say, oh, just because she looks like what's her name? Former Miss Nigeria.
According to Black Panther, Ethiopian woman. According to Black Panther, Ethiopian woman.
But I don't know what statistics or what parameters are using for him to define Ethiopian women as beautiful.
Let me say this thing, Mrs. Madam Rita. Let me say this thing. Ethiopian women don't need makeup.
Oh my God!
If they do makeup, they go AY.
You see the problem with our women, and that's why I say we should not be copying them. See, you are looking at it because that is the standard you use to set for beauty. our women don't need that to be very, very beautiful. I can assure you. And most women that I was listening to on the news the other day, they said when they met their husband, they didn't even have makeup on. So you don't need makeup to be attractive at all.
But
And
you know what?
Women,
A lot
Nigerian
of women are doing this enhancement. You can call it makeup or bum enlargement or BBL or whatever, because many of them are driven to do that because of what they see or assume that's what men wants. Because if a lady walks into a room now, no makeup, with her natural hair, like it's how the South African women cut their hair very low. She's not wearing no wig. She walks in, she doesn't wear any makeup, but she's neat and she looks neat.
Yep.
And then another woman beside her, who is opposite, looks neat, but wears makeup, wears a fake hair. Really and truly, to be honest, with all these men, I mean, all the men in the panel, now, with all due respect to you,
I don't agree
but
to
we
Hold
go to
on,
the woman
yeah.
wearing the makeup or the one that did
No,
the video.
I won't actually. I won't.
Your actions, I wouldn't say all or not all, but 90% of the men will go for the woman with all the fake, makeup and all that. But see, that has caused something. It has caused a self-esteem issue on the African woman today. Which is what is why you're saying.
Let's hear Madam Rita. I think she's saying something quite. I think I need to hear seriously. Go ahead.
Which is why you see a lot of women doing all these enhancements. It can be permanent makeup. It can be artificial hair. Or in fact, the extreme right now is body changes. Body changes. There's nothing wrong with the woman, but she just feels that she'll probably get more attention from her husband or from whomever, and it's working. It's working. So the women who are not doing these body enhancements now, what do you want them to think? A woman that doesn't know herself, that doesn't have confidence in herself, and is lacking in certain things in her life, would now think that, okay, this is the driving force to get the attention that I need. Let me go and do this thing. So who is the problem?
Madam Rita, let me come in.
If the men focus more attention,
sorry, that thing you just said now, you have to target the percentage, because as what you are saying now, yes, it is true. Because normally, nature, what attracts a woman first is the physical beauty, and the enhancement all depends on your finance, the stats of your finance itself. We will look into that, because not everybody that do this body enhancement. No, it's not every man like me. I'm very sure that 60% of men don't like too much body enhancement, but just make up and look beautiful. That's what I feel, and that is what
that's what you guys say. 60%. That's what you guys say. But in reality, that's not what we are saying.
No. Body enhancement depends on your pocket. You cannot say,
well, what did you even
40% does body enhancement. But what most women do to make their beauty comes out is their hair and their facial looks.
Who told you that? This guy, come on, man. This guy, you are. You see, hold on. Let me say my
attractment is what I'm saying now.
Let me say my let me say mine.
The body is there and their facial.
It's not necessarily only that. Okay, the face is there. Sometimes the hair is there. Depends on the nature. It's not like our women don't have hair. See, my point is that one has to completely a kind of deprogram oneself
but if
from
we have
what
to
we have
say,
been programmed.
If we have to,
it's a personal preference for men.
Why would
I see it?
I'm sorry, I might offend somebody with this one. Why would any man like any woman that have put, how do I put it on, not to offend somebody, that have engaged in artificial, that have engaged in artificial
stuff,
yes. Why would any man?
Fake hair.
Mr. Evans, preference. Do you know? I know some husbands actually take their wives and pay for body enhancement.
That's what I'm saying. Because life has changed. Everybody have their preference, but this
those are men that wish that they had women with this in something, so they want to enhance their women to do that.
You are right.
But I don't think our women necessarily need to change themselves, because their features is what makes them unique. It's what makes them unique, and you want the next generation of our fellow Nigerians to admire their own women, because if you start looking like other women, you are kind of programming it young to desire them. The standard of beauty is other people.
You guys are
Madam
going into
Mifi,
where
just
I was
posted the link
saying
now.
before.
Use the link to come in, Madam Mifi. Thank you.
Do you
To be
know
honest,
that?
go ahead,
Do you know that what is most disturbing from what I have discovered is you would expect that, a girl who is a teenager, she has a lot of there's a lot of peer pressure, insecurities about how she's looking because she's developing, right? But what's most disturbing is adults, women in their 50s, women in their 60s, doing this extreme body enhancement. Don't get me wrong. A woman in her 60s or even 70s and say, you know what? I have some wrinkles that, I don't want it to be too pronounced that let me just like put in some fillers and take it off. I mean, a woman in her 60s, changing her boobs, enhancing her bum, doing BBL, and I just don't get it. So what happens now to the younger girl who is still developing? Some girls haven't still developed. A woman develops fully at 25 years old. But today we see children at 16, 19 doing body enhancements.
Exactly.
Kid you not. What's this is disturbing is that they're seeing older women that are not inspiring them to love themselves, their body the way it is. That is what's disturbing. And they're also seeing that these older women doing this, they're getting the attention. And somebody who is a teenager or in her early 20s, a woman, seeks more attention than somebody who is in her 60s or 50s. So you can imagine what they're saying. Imagine what they're seeing. And so that's why a girl of 19 or 18, her parents cannot tell her, oh, you look beautiful, my daughter. You look, yeah, okay, nothing wrong with you. She complains about her eyebrow, and her boobs, or behind, or her waist. It's crazy. But see, this is what I'm talking about when I say the world is evolving. I know Madam Luke was talking about something about the traditional way of life that we've been exposed to. This generation, they're not exposed to that. You can't talk to them to understand where you are coming from.
When we go, like, make I ask for here, all these hair where women they do so, we don't say one of them are 500,000, 1 million naira or whatever. Are you guys doing it for your men or for your fellow women for competition?
That answer is unique. That answer is unique to a woman. It's unique to different women.
Because for me, I will tell you why it's all of the above. The women do it to compete, to get attention.
Thank you.
They're doing it to measure up with their fellow women, and they're also doing it so that they can be the top most attractive catch to the men.
Why don't they wear wig that is African? Why do they wear wig that belongs to other groups?
Because the men will not give them the attention. So at the end of the day, the men are the ones who are causing these things.
Please, where do you see people wearing wigs that are African in this planet?
And they do wear wigs that are African, like those ones that they plait, the weave
one. Let me tell you something I've discovered. Most men, if you like, they deny it. Most men would suddenly see a woman who doesn't wear makeup, who doesn't wear false nails or fake hair. She looks very plain, like the plain Jane. They kind of are attracted to her if she is influential and has money. Like, for example, Tony Elu's daughter. You don't see her. I mean, the senior daughter, you see her like she's just like a plain Jane, But technically, if that girl goes to a function and just because she's this man's daughter and she has money, all of a sudden she becomes attractive. It's just like when a man has money, he looks like a monkey.
It's not fair. That's not fair at all.
The best model can marry him because she's not seeing him, his physical. She's seeing that the money is making him look handsome. I'm telling you.
Let's come closer to home. It's not like all the
so why would not
men I know have no issue with women looking plain?
Why would not they do all this time?
Yeah, what's wrong with this hair?
Mr. Elijah, what?
No, what's seriously wrong with this hair?
There's nothing wrong with it, but like I said,
it's what makes us unique.
But you guys should be truthful to yourself.
Mr. Tinaja, there's nothing wrong with it, but you have to go at the bottom line. It's a matter of preference. There is nothing you can do about people's choices.
You think it's a choice, but it's not a choice.
Excuse me, it becomes a choice.
It looks like a choice, but you have been brainwashed to think like that. That's what I'm trying to let you
see. That brainwash is a different aspect. I just give an example now. If two women enter a room and one is a plain Jane and she's neat and everything, and the other one, the difference is that the other one is wearing a fake hair makeup cake to her face, is looking fabulous, and she has a clinched waist, an artificial boob, and an artificial bum, most likely 95% of the men would be attracted to the one with the artificial look. What does that make? What does that make the other, the plain Jane, feel like if she
Plain
doesn't know
Jane,
herself?
I hear what you are
Just be
saying, but
truthful.
the one you are talking about is not the one the men are going to settle with, just like women don't settle with the
That
hot
means
guy.
then, they will not support. At the end, when they settle with that one, they will not get the other one as side chick. Isn't that what happens?
Because
I
I
beg,
don't know
let's
why
be
they
real.
go
I
for those
beg,
kind of
let's be
women.
honest. The
Personally,
men
I
should
don't.
check themselves.
Wait.
Men should check themselves.
Mr. Rita, Mr. Tunaja, even when the Nigerian places are doing their beauty pageant, the amount that you see them wearing Afro there to go to beauty pageant.
God
That's a
bless
problem too.
you, Madam Luke.
Even on the news, I complain about it all the time. They put women with wig
What does
all
that,
the time.
Mr. Tunaja, what does that tell you? That your wants and your needs are relegated to the cake era of this world.
See, my problem is, there are two
Beauty
layers. Let me just
competition, they have beauty standards and
Rita, let
statistics
me
which they
explain
follow.
this. There are two layers. Like what Naija Watch was talking about is fake stuff generally. Like fake stuff, somebody putting, augmenting the backside and whatever they want to augment. That is different because that feature, we also have it. My issue is when we copy features that are not ours, we are kind of programming and kind of subliminally telling our young that is the feature you should desire. And in a world where we have access to other parts of the world, they will go on to be procreating with all those women while our women are going to be left on the shelves. And that is my fear, that people are not picking on, because it's a dangerous thing. Sexual desirability is one of the most fundamental things in life. And if you give it up, I don't know, there are consequences.
I want to ask you some question. See, what you have said now is when you are isolated. But Africa cannot isolate themselves from the outside world. But the only thing Africa can do is to put your culture top before the rest.
Exactly.
And to put it into our educational curriculum. That is the only way that we can preserve it. But for you to say, oh, we should isolate ourselves, it's not possible.
I'm not saying we should isolate. What you just said about putting our own features and our own things first. What is happening now is that our women are spending $1,000 buying Vietnamese hair and putting it on their head. And what are the children thinking? That's the real woman there.
That's what
we are not innovative with our own thing. That's the problem.
Let me tell you something.
Make sure not forget, say we get Madam Ifi with us. So I'm gonna give her a time.
Oh,
Madam Ifi don't enter here.
Wait, before Madam Ifi says, so I want to say something regards to this culture, Mr. Black Panther is saying. Do you realize that in India they still have the caste system? And another thing too, and this is I'm saying from experience, when you have a baby girl, especially a baby girl in India, my Indian friends, I'd agree to now if you are listening. The first question that they will ask, I've forgotten the Indian term. They will ask, let me interpret in English. Is she light-skinned or dark? Is she light-skinned or dark? And that's why we talk about bleaching creams. India is in number one. So you see that culture Black Panther is talking about. I would prefer it, sir, if you had said, we don't lose our culture. We also carry along the things that edify us. Because some parts of our culture destroy us.
Thank you. That's it.
Some part of our culture has messed things up for our generation.
Which part of our culture are you referring to that damages us?
But Madam Rita, you don't put that. No,
I was just about to say polygamy.
Oh my God! Seriously, polygamy. That's the one
I
you
was about to say polygamy.
Polygamy is the reason why we are going to succeed. Polygamy is going to save us, if anything.
Madam Rita,
that's the only thing that can save us, really, at this stage.
Tunaja, sorry. Let me just fix down what she just said. Tunaja, Madam Rita, when you are talking about culture, you see, this thing you have just said is a factor. You don't use that factor now to now push it with culture. We are talking culture in an holistic form. You don't bring one factor to now push it alongside with it. That will make some people cut off from it.
And I know where you are coming from.
Like
I'm not using that. I'm saying the caste system is part of the Indian culture. What I was trying to buttress was that there's some certain aspect of our culture that we should uphold and hold on to. I agree. However, as we are moving along and evolving, and we see that some part of our culture is, for example, some cultures have female genital mutilation. But as they evolved, they found out that the damages of what that has caused to a lot of Black women from Africa, I'm not talking about America, female genital mutilation
They no
is
longer
wrong.
do it in
That's
Nigeria
an
now.
example of what I just said. I'm not, because I know what you're saying, but I'm not saying that just to dissuade every part of our culture. No, I'm saying that as we move along, there are certain things that need to be cut off as we evolve. Not just taking out our culture, but upholding certain things, but some things that we need to really look in depth and see, is it sustainable? Is it wrecking families or wrecking men or wrecking women? If it's doing so, we should drop it.
I don't want the world to see
That's
that
where I was
part
coming
of
from.
us. We can change it inside, but let's just put forward our cultures so that it become an umbrella that the whole race will not break through that cultural umbrella to buy other cultures into what we are doing. But we know that we have to transform and we have to change our culture, which we ourselves know, and it's part of the things that we need to do, refine in-house. But we cannot open our, some bad part of our culture in public. We all agree here that we need to change it, and that is a transformation that belongs to we that owns the culture itself. Because there's no way you can bring old culture into the new era where we are now, and people will not revoke against it. You are right on that aspect.
I can't believe what I just heard. I wish I could hear it 3 times again.
Let me see if he speaks.
That's how Barbara talks from
I
both sides
agree
of
with
his
what
mind.
Black
Doesn't know
Panther
what
is
he's
saying, but
saying.
he has never spoken like this before. Because when I talk about evolving, people think I just want to just bastardize the culture. So I am impressed that he's realizing now that the culture also has to evolve with times.
I think people already know that. When people talk about culture generally, especially from the point of view of the way some women put it, they want us to just copy what is going on in the West, not necessarily update our culture.
That is where the
issue
I
is.
don't agree. To Nigeria, you always have a way of dragging women into this thing that you always do.
That's the context he's
You
speaking from.
always
Is that not
do
the
it like
context?
as if we are embracing the West.
Okay, folks. Okay,
no, it is true to Nigeria is right now. Most women in Nigeria are always embracing the West.
Make Madam Ifi talk, I beg. Thank you.
Okay, Madam Ifi, welcome, ma'am.
Good evening, guys. I'm coming after you to Niger. Why are you so obsessed?
Right on.
Women, why are you so obsessed about our hair, about our skin color, about everything that we do? Why?
You want to know why?
Why?
Because some of you
it's like
don't necessarily want to survive this world.
Excuse me, tonight I meant to talk.
It's like it so much irritates you when it comes to African women. Whenever you talked about wig, why should we put on wig? But I promise you, people like you are the people that will like women with wig. People like you are people that will like women with big boobs and big bum bum. But every time you come here, you're gonna criticize them. Why?
And he likes the blow as well.
This lovely Madam, this a lovely woman. I love what you're saying.
Everything she said is not what I stand for. Everything she said is not what I stand for.
You are very accurate.
You people don't understand.
Madam Ifi, right on.
See that they don't want me to talk. All these mammoths we have everywhere. They don't want me to talk. Let me be
Madam Ifi, right on.
Right, go ahead, madam.
Nigeria, I know you, we know each other. I mean, what you mean, what I mean when I say I know you. I don't even know if you have a wife or not, but I promise you, if you have a wife, if you have children, they will be in the same lifestyle we are talking about now. It's very hard for you to see a woman not doing anything to their body at this point. It's not that we're typically copying Western life, but the world, like you say, is evolving. So everybody's evolving with it. We've learned so much. I know we are losing our culture. I understand that. But we even have culture now anyway. Somebody talked about polygamy. Is polygamy good? When we even talk about it, is polygamy good? You too, Niger, will you marry 2 wives?
Why not?
Listen, calm down, Oga. Calm down. If you marry 2 wives, are you going to let me marry 2 husbands?
It's up to you.
About it.
It's up to you.
It's up to me.
Will you allow it?
Why not? If a man and man can marry and woman can marry these days, why not?
You with 2 men and 2 women living in one compound.
That is their problem.
No. You.
Consenting adults should be the standard, really.
No, Mr. Tuna, they're asking you.
Madam, if you cannot answer that question.
There is something about women, African women, that you have issues with when it comes to
I do have issue. I do have issue, and I'm not even hiding it in any way. Because I've spent time on panels defending our women, and they themselves are reneging on what they represent.
Unfortunately, you can't tell any woman how
of course, I'm not going to tell them. All I is my opinion and advice.
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
No. I get what you are saying.
I do not approve of a woman marrying two men.
No. I'm asking.
It's a personal preference.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I get it.
That's not what I'm saying. But like he said, he supports polygamy. I said, okay. Can you let women marry 2 husbands too?
I'm not stopping you.
My brother, stop that, I beg.
Your standard is yours. I'm telling you today, if they were still selling wives in marketplaces, you guys will still sign up. Some of you will sign up to it too, because you just think that it's better.
You don't need to sign up. People agree to polygamy. Ned Nwoko is married to how many wives?
Okay,
and they are fine with that. There are other
Excuse me, Madam Ifi.
Can I explain to you why it seems as if I'm picking on our women?
I have a question for Madam Ifi. She mentioned Ned Nwoko. How many of those women are Nigerians?
And honestly, I'm not
sure. We know.
Thank you.
And I know about
the others have run away long time ago.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving example, my sister. I'm just giving example. I'm just telling this guy that to Nigeria that is supporting polygamy. So I don't even understand where you're
societally.
It's poverty that causes polygamy these days. If nobody have money, Regina Daniels will not marry.
She came and said something about me. Let me respond to what she said. See, one, that I have some issues with some things I see in our women's culture. Yes, I do have some issues, and it's mainly one. If you want to look, you want to portray the way you look, I prefer that we portray the way we look like ourselves. Even if you want to use fake stuff, personally, I don't even care. You want to look like yourself. The reason why I say that is because there's no other culture that does that, where they want to look like other people. And there is no culture that is on an industrial scale, not one culture on an industrial scale, copying something from another culture completely. They are women, most of them, the moment they have the resources, they go and copy something from another culture and put it on their head, on their body, and they spend real money on it. No other culture does that.
Why are you so worried about this?
Okay, now let me give you the reasons why. In this world, there are very, very few things in this life. One, you come in this world, you don't know why, but you have to survive. And you have to procreate. And the desirability for procreation, people are indoctrinated into it. What they like. Some cultures, they like light. Some people, they like short. Some people, they like fat women and all that. You are programmed into it. And if your own culture is programming your own people to desire other women's hair, guess what is going to happen? Your men will start seeking those women out, the originals out. And what is going to happen to your own culture? Your own culture will suffer for it. It's like preferring other people's food while your own mother is making your own food. When they decide to poison you with theirs, God help you. That is my point. We have to be aware of ourselves and own what we are. We are unique people. We should sell what we are. You don't see the Chinese wanting to look like a blonde hair, blue eye Nordic person. But we do it on an industrial scale. And that is all I'm saying. I'm not saying you should not use fake stuff. Boobs, I don't care. Boobs, everybody has boobs. Backside, everybody has it. I don't care about those. It's something that is unique to other people. Don't take it from them and bring it into your own culture, because your own men will start seeking them out. That's what I'm saying. Your men will be seeking those women out.
One man's
you don't want that.
Another man's poison.
Exactly.
A cheater will always be a cheater, whether you do your butt or not do your butt.
Exactly.
Whether you do your boobs or not do your boob. Whether you wear a wig or not wear a wig. Any man that will cheat will still cheat.
Let them cheat with your own women. I'm looking at it from societally. If they want to cheat, let them cheat with your own women, not cheat with foreign women.
Somebody who the Chinese women do surgeries, especially those ones do body enhancement more than you even think of. So I'm shocked that you're even saying that they don't do nothing. Like seriously,
But they look like Chinese women still.
you still know.
So
Says
are we
who?
not, I don't feel like African woman anymore.
Says who?
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
The point is that we are.
We are talking
Ours
about the plastic
obvious.
surgery thing. We're talking about the body enhancement.
And
I'm
so
telling
what?
you that they do body enhancement. In case you don't know, they do it a
I know
lot.
they do. I know. I
And
agree with you. They do.
most of them actually have hair implants. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yes,
They have a lot of hair, including the white women. So please, don't criticize. Don't compare those women with African women.
You are misunderstanding me. I'm not saying the hair implant is the problem. If you want to use wig that make you look like your forefathers and your own
hair
mother.
implant, not being Donald Trump.
Did you hear what she just? Did you just hear what she just did? I said she should look like her own mothers. She doesn't like it.
Uncle forefather, I will not look like anybody. I will do to my body.
You actually want to look like Oyibo people.
Whatever. I
look like
your business.
So
why is it paining you?
No, it pains me because you are destroying your own bloodline.
My money. Forefathers, did you pay for my wig? I have one on.
See, I'm not looking at it as an individual. I'm looking at it societally.
Implants. Are you gonna pay for it? No, you're not. And
I'm looking at it from the point of view of society. It's not. I'm recommending. I'm not forcing you. I'm saying better to look like who you truly are.
It doesn't matter. I don't need to showcase the world.
Tunaja, you have a problem with boundaries.
I don't boundaries. Society is society. It's not about boundaries.
Tunaja, nobody is an island, and then nobody is without the right to self-determination. So what the constant problem we have here is that you try to dictate to others how they should live
their life.
Yes, you did the same thing with Ozekome. You quarreled about his wig, that he was wearing a white man's wig to go to court, and he was See, he did not even make the culture of the law tradition in Nigeria. So you just decided to use that to stigmatize him by saying that he's destroying African culture and he should have risen against the white wigs in court. Mr. Tunaja, we need to learn to respect boundaries.
That's not a boundary. That is a societal condition that I'm addressing.
People to live
individually, I'm not going to go and I'm not going to go to Madam Ifi and tell, hey, Madam Ifi, you're not allowed to wear that. No, that is their hard boundary. But I have a right to tell for the future generations that we have to prime them. We have to have generations.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Which future generation?
Tell them
what you don't understand is that it's like you have just given up. You want to destroy your own race.
What are you talking about?
Let me give you. This is a personal story. When my daughter was 10 years old, the third one was 10 years old, I mistakenly went to her Facebook. Because if you're not very, very good at snooping around to know what your children are doing, you are done for. And you will come up with the biggest shock and surprise of your life. Why I'm telling you this is because you can do everything you want. There's something called societal influence.
Of course.
Societal influence. It doesn't go with whatever you're practicing at home. It doesn't go with whatever you are teaching. This is going back to what I was saying. On the profile, look what I saw. 10 years old. 10 and proudly lesbian. That's what she put on her profile. Are you hearing what I'm saying? 10 years old.
Sorry,
this child has already started advertising.
I think there's a hacker in our midst.
That's what?
You don't wake up. You don't believe your part. You don't wake
what
up.
I'm trying to tell you is that you can talk all you want.
Exactly. You can't raise your kids.
Today, at 17,
Black Panther.
She's into men.
Yes.
Hello,
hold on, brother.
Yes.
I'll go and talk.
It seems there's a hacker in this group. Look at the comment section. Somebody is saying nonsense there.
Nigga the niggy. Yeah, it probably came into the backstage where Dr. This thing is, and he's able to comment from there. I don't know what he's there talking about.
So let me tell you. Let me tell you, Mr. Tunaja.
Yeah.
Going back to what I'm trying to tell you. You can preach whatever you want to preach.
Yeah, somebody might be in here. Somebody.
I'm just basically saying those things, not because I want to tell individuals on what to do. I'm saying that we should think carefully about our preferences. Because if I go around dressing like a white
Listen to
man,
me. I didn't have those preferences.
You sure? Oh, your audio is gone. Your audio. I hope I'm not subject
Naija
to
watch.
too.
Is Naija watch there?
And don't worry, it's gonna bounce out. No, I think he's just being in the backstage talking nonsense.
Somebody's in the private chat.
And they should he can use that thing when it can be automated.
Yeah, he should sign him out.
Obstruct our network.
But he's not able to come into the front end, so he can always remain there. Let him, languish in the backstage. So the reason why I say what I say is because we have to put our own face forward so that we are more desirable than other people.
It's not your choice. You cannot do anything about it.
It's a choice.
See,
you use your people advertising black people's hair.
Excuse me, I gave you an example. How the young generation now do not need anybody to teach them what to do.
Because there's nobody taking ownership. And when somebody says something about it and you complain about it, you say we should take ownership of it. Then we have to take charge. We have to be intentional about what we do. These people are pumping propaganda into our people's ears, and we just accept it.
It's a lie.
Hold on, madam, hold on.
Believe in me, I was one of them. I was propagandized heavily.
Can I say one point to support what you're saying? Because I fall in line with what you're saying now. Because we cannot say because there's a new trend in the society and there's a transformation in our children, then we're not relegate teaching them our culture. Impacting them with our culture.
The culture of where you
live. There's a difference between hold on. In my course is so rare, but hold on. Hold on. See, there's a mistakes we normally do. Some of the parents, they believe that I cannot change these kids the way they are doing now. That's a lie. I have kids.
It is
I told them, look, madam, wait. I told them the culture that they should look at it and make a decision. They find it that our culture is beautiful.
Which culture are you teaching them? Excuse me, give me
I'm teaching them the African culture, Nigerian culture.
African culture. Why you live in America?
Yes. Yes, it is possible.
My brother, be coming down.
Madam, don't box me. It is possible. I don't talk on responsibility here.
You're speaking in vacuum.
Don't be saying, madam, if it's not possible on your side, wait, madam, please.
When was
do you find your wife found fufu with mother?
See, wait now. If it's not possible on your end, it depends on how you take it.
I say, give me an example now. Is it hard?
Should I give you an example?
Yes.
They even learn how to eat our food better. They prefer African food than their food.
The culture.
It's part of the culture now. Yeah.
Part of the culture.
And then teaching them respect for the elder and the way
my boy
did you teach them how to pounded yam?
Yes,
you gonna teach them how to cook a goosey soup?
Yes, the girl love to cook a goosey soup.
Mr. Elvis, I think you look at the private chat. I think there's a hacker in the private chat because I'm seeing some words and I don't even know. I didn't say something and the person is using my name to say something. So please, Mr. Elvis, I don't know if you are there. Can you check the private chat?
I think he just saying madam. I'm not sure he mentioned your
name. No,
he's
going to twist it. He's twisting it.
He's twisting it like he's talking. I'm not the one typing those things you see my name on. It's not me.
Yeah, somebody might have that.
Oh,
That's
you
what
mean
they do now.
you okay? So he actually came in with your name. I think
Yeah.
he can go and sign in as Madam Rita and
If
put
you want to use
that's
Rita and you're not the Rita, you will burn in hell,
yeah.
or whoever you are, you will burn.
That's not nice. That's not
Seriously.
nice.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
why
what
they
you
are
people are
doing
doing
all
there.
this.
They are
We are
trying to
teaching
stop us
them
from talking about all this stuff now. So
You
let,
see,
let them know
when
the
we are
right
culture.
talking
way.
about when we are
Yeah.
talking about African culture,
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of things that
Can you sign us out, and let's come
no,
back.
you can't come back home. There's no key.
There's no key for doing that. Nobody has access to the back end.
Exactly.
But it's not stopping what we are saying. I don't know why people are bothering with the
No, what
backstage.
I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Tunaja,
If somebody is there with Niger Watch phone, call Niger Watch on your WhatsApp. He's going to pick it up.
there is nothing wrong. You see, there are times when I need to talk about African culture. That was it's like I only see those things when I watch Nigerian movies, like Nollywood movies. That's where I see those things. It is very difficult to practice an African culture in a foreign man's country, when even those who are in Nigeria don't practice it.
Actually, they do.
That is the
It's
word they
actually
want
they
you to
do.
believe. That's what they want you to
Let me
believe.
say this. When African Americans went to Africa, one of the first things they notice is the vast difference in culture, and they'll say, "Oh my God, they are calling me auntie." They greet you. They know. You see, because you come from the Nigerian culture, you don't see the difference. They know exactly what the culture. Some of them, it brings them to
You see
tears.
you see the kind of thing that's tripping you. Somebody called you auntie.
You see your problem.
Madam, it's part of us. It's part of us.
Oh God. No, it's not only that. It's the way we do our things.
Wait. Auntie and uncle, sign of respect and all that. I'm telling you, it doesn't add any value to whatever you are doing.
Yeah, but it's a cultural
It has value.
Any value. Because at the end of the day, in this world where we are, the only thing they will say, Miss this, Miss that.
Madam, Miss,
They're not
Miss
gonna
that.
call auntie or uncle.
Because it's not part of their culture. It's not their culture.
It's not your auntie. It's not your auntie. It's not your
Tunaja, let me say one thing. It seems the ladies, they buy easily into the culture of foreign culture.
And who do you blame? It's our men. Our men
that is what I'm
listen.
saying here.
Most of our men just open it. They are vulnerable now.
This is my opinion.
What are we talking here?
This is my opinion. Madam,
trying to
sorry.
relegate our culture.
I will not allow somebody who I'm significantly older than to call me by my first name. You have to put it as auntie, because there's this lady. There was this video that went viral. This American poet, which I love her so much, Maya Angelou. She was in an interview, this is like in the 80s or early 90s, and there was this young lady who called her by her first name. She corrected her immediately and said, "You do not call me by my first name. You should call me maybe Miss Maya or something. You have to put like a title for an older person."
That's it.
That's even the West Indian. The West Indian. Can I finish? The West Indians that I know.
Our culture to say Miss Maya.
Listen, Miss Maya Angelou is an American, right? And she must have been raised a certain way. Now, I'm talking like an African woman now. Like I just said, I will not allow somebody who is like a teenager who just address me and just call me Rita. No.
Okay,
I am that teenager has not experienced what I've experienced. Is not older than me. Is not even in the workplace as I am.
Guess what? You
understand?
Because even in the right, but guess what? This is not their culture.
I don't know about their culture. I only know about African culture.
What I'm trying to say is that when cultures clash, that's where you have a problem.
Oh, there's nothing like what you mean now. Clash. I understand what Madam Luke is saying.
In my children's class, they call their teacher by name.
Yes. So, but you know what?
Are you going to tell them that your culture is superior to theirs?
No, but I don't know about the US, but in Canada, the kid calls the teacher is Miss Jennifer. They don't just call Jennifer. They call them Miss Jennifer or Mr. John. They don't just call John just like that. Come on, they use the word Miss or Mister.
Madam Rita, let me explain this in a kind of software way, in a phone way.
I only know that in a workplace here, even the director and commissioner, we will call them by their first name.
Let me be short about this, Madam Rita. Let me try to be short about this so that if somebody gave an example that you can't put an iPhone, iOS operating system on an Android Samsung Galaxy, because they are not very compatible. You're not going to work very well. So our own culture, because this is not a joke business, that even language, when you use language, it affects the way your mind works. Our culture is different. The way we do things are different, and we are copying other people's culture. Something that has taken thousands of years to evolve. We are doing it. In other words, in our minds, we are doing translation. We are not in our true self. There is a reason why people that are in their true self tend to excel more in this world. If you look at it,
what's your point? I'm kind of confused. What's your point?
I'm making is that first, my original point was that we have to be ourselves. You don't want to be copying other people's looks on an industrial scale, the way our people are, some of our women are doing, and the men do it in their own way too. And at the same time, we have our culture matters, whether we embrace it or not. Because when we embrace it, we are now becoming truly ourselves.
When in Rome, behave like the Romans.
It's not your place to tell them whether they should do it or not. It's not your place.
No, Madam.
I'm talking about in Nigeria.
Like
in Nigeria, I'm not talking about in the West too. The West, they can do what they like because it's their own culture. But our own culture in Nigeria, we don't want to change it. We want to change it, but in our own way. That is our own.
What is your own
the
way?
hair. That's why I said even the hair we are copying.
I'm confused with your point. So I'm confused. I don't get.
I'm saying we should be ourselves. My point is that I say we should be ourselves.
Are you talking when you are in Nigeria or when you are abroad?
Anywhere we are, we should be ourselves. The Chinese, whenever the Chinese go, they are themselves. They don't change.
That's good. That's good. I love that
statement. Like there's a Bible or a book where you can go by these instructions on how to.
No, Madam Luke.
We are the ones that copy other people more than anybody else, and look at where it's gotten us.
Hold on. Let me talk to Madam Luke. Madam Luke, when will you agree with some statement Tunaja is making?
Never.
Because making some fundamental statement that will affect the next generation.
I told you that.
No, Madam Luke. If you're ideal, let me tell you one thing now.
I believe in evolving.
Madam Luke, if you believe in evolving, Madam Luke, hold on now. The white man, the Indian man, believe in evolving, but they don't believe in they believe in evolving, but they don't relegate their culture.
Because
they don't relegate it.
The culture is not productive.
That is a lie. No culture remains the same. You have to change it as time goes on. But what you are, Madam Luke, what you are saying now from the context, from what you are arguing now, you've already submit yourself to foreign culture.
Which one? I'm in a foreign man's land. What are you talking about?
You have submit yourself, your culture. You have made your culture to bow.
Excuse
That's
me.
what you are doing.
Who am I practicing my culture with here?
Your culture is personal.
You want me to be jumping from Nigerian store to Nigerian store to go and practice?
No. They might see. There's some things we do. There's some cultural things we do that.
Who am I going to practice?
Madam Luke, wait. There are some things. There are some part of our culture the white man even love more than theirs.
My dear,
but if you don't go sit down, they never know.
Am I practicing it in my house, or where am I practicing it?
Okay, for instance, now a young boy walk up to you and call you by your first name. Won't you correct that?
My question is: he a Nigerian?
Wait now, wait.
Oh, he doesn't
in a foreign land.
You say hi.
In a foreign land.
Or what up?
Wait now, Madam Luke. Madam Luke, you went to your brother's house.
Nigerian or is he an American?
Madam Luke, hold on. I want to buttress your point. I want to tell you that what you are saying is wrong. Madam Luke, if you go to your uncle's house that lives in America, in New York, and the children woke up in the morning and they walk past by you, they just go to the other side, they didn't greet you in the morning. And when they greet you by your first name. What will you tell them?
I will not say a word. You know
that means you are submitted. That is wrong. That is wrong of you. That is very, very wrong of you. That's very, very wrong of you.
Mr. Black Panther, wait now. You want me to go and tell another person how to raise their child? Is it not?
No, you have to correct that child there.
It's not my child. Excuse me, it's not my child.
It doesn't matter. It's your brother's child.
Gone, Mr. Man. Those days are gone.
I cannot correct another person's child.
I believe that I can't even say anything because there's nothing we can say. You've already submitted yourself to
Black Panther,
It has happened all the time. We go to Nigerian parties all the time. My nephews, my cousins, they walk by, they don't even say one word to you.
My cousins here in America, they don't dare it. They know me now. They don't dare
Mr.
it.
Black Panther.
I tell you, they don't dare it.
Mr. Black Panther, that
Very
question
sick.
you asked, Madam, look, you know how I'm going to respond. Me, I don't tolerate any dissident child. I don't
God
tolerate
bless you,
it.
man.
I will always correct and say, come here. Even in the presence of their parents. Next time,
That
you
is
can greet
it, madam.
everybody like that. But when you see me, this is how you should address me, okay? You have to say it is a way you say them. I don't care if the parent is upset. I won't enter that house again, but I have to maintain my stand of who I am. And because
I know who I am, Mr. Loretta, but I'm telling you.
I know that some parents are like, don't talk to my child like that. They're destroying that child. But for
No
me,
parent, African parent will say that.
Let me tell you why I didn't say nothing. Because my kids do the same thing. My friend was in a grocery store one day, and my kids were there. This woman came to me and was lamenting how these children looked her in the face and did not say one word. Now, after everything I have told them in this house, every time, see, there are some things you cannot teach children who were not raised in Nigeria to do. They don't get it, and they will never get it.
Mother, look, I disagree. I disagree.
Mother, look, I disagree with you. I
Because
disagree
in
with
this
you.
Canada,
I'm telling you,
abroad, there are children that are respectful. Because that's how they were raised.
Wait now, I said I don't talk tired. They know they do them, and they refuse to do it.
Madam, look, you don't know how to do it now.
Oh, so
you
you
don't know
want
how
her
to
to
do
beat
it.
them, right?
You say what?
Flog them in order
No,
for
you
them
don't
to
beat them.
listen
You
to
don't
that.
beat them. There's a way they do
Have
it.
you spent 10 hours in jail before in America? I have done it. I've been there.
Madam, look, you don't beat them now. There's a way they do it.
No. Have you spent 10 hours in jail, in American jail? I've done it. Since that day.
I don't mind. Everybody will stay in their house.
Since that day. Listen to me. When they call immigration, when you are there, they will call immigration ready to deport you. After that, I know they put mouth for any. You see, American children, they know they put mouth. Sam.
You can teach them whatever you feel that is right.
Thank you. And if they don't do
but
it,
they go to school, they teach them another. I'm not saying that there are no kids born by African parents that are not, that don't have the African culture. But just very few of them. You will say and talk.
Yeah. It's a lower percentage. That is a lower percentage that do that. However, I've seen them here in the UK where they have children here, they grow up here, but the children are still grounded, especially in the southwestern communities.
It doesn't mean that the parents of other people are not talking. It doesn't mean that
most southwestern, like the Yoruba people, they tend to preserve a level of decorum.
It is their time to accept.
See, even Joshua, even Anthony Joshua is an example of what we are talking about.
Wait. We went to London to visit my nieces and nephew. My sister, all of us were there. We're having a family reunion. This same hair problem we are talking about. One of them had rainbow hair, all those things. You know what? And my sister just asked her, said, you know what? Like you were saying, a national African wig would have been better. This one is kind of looking really. You know what she told her? She said, I paid for it. Auntie, it's none of your business. Straight up. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
You are in the UK. It's already too late now. By the time that he's saying that, it's already too late.
You think it started when you think it started that? That is what they tell their parents. So if they can tell their parents that, they will tell you that.
See, it's true that when you grow up in the West, the Western, the dominant culture is what you tend to pick up.
Another thing. You never see some children you never see some children where they will test your parenthood. Just pray you never see those kinds.
Because I know they are there. They are all. See, that's what they are there for. They test you.
Why is that? You see that attitude you just that story you told us now. I don't see it in Asian children, where the Asian child would wholeheartedly tell an older person, like, you're not paying for my hair. No matter the age. It means that there's something that is lacking.
Yes, Asian men will not wear purple hair in the first place in their house.
They do.
They do.
Madam, look.
But when it comes to an older person talking to them about it, they give them respect, or they don't even. In fact, most time they don't even say. This is my. I'm talking from personal experience.
But
They
you know,
don't say nothing.
Asian
But
culture,
I
Asians
think
are far
somehow,
more cultured. They
somehow our
maintain.
African children, some not all, and I think it's sometimes maybe it's this pressure of many parents working 24/7, trying to pay the
Now you are
bill,
talking. That's
and you know,
exactly
trying
it.
to keep the family together. So we lose that aspect. And the men are not taking the stand that they ought to take. The women are overworking and they don't have time to nurture the
Madam
children. And
Rita,
as
now
time
you are
goes
talking.
by,
That is my Madam Rita. Talk.
That is the reason why most.
so you know, for that child to say that that child didn't start that today.
Look,
The child did not start that today.
You tell me, you see, we cannot have it all ways. Oh.
The child did not start that dissident behavior that day. It
you-
started from when they were young, and the parents didn't have the time to correct it. For me, if I see a child is messing up, me, I they talk because me, I don't tolerate it. I don't. And I'm not doing it out of it. I'll do it with love and correction. If their parents can't teach them, if it's displayed in my presence, I always say something. Because this keeping quiet is what is even making it worse.
You can do what you want to do. Like I said, you end up in jail if you want to follow them the way they do.
No, I can never be physical. You use your words. You cannot be aggressive when you're trying to communicate with children.
You talk the first one, you talk the second one, you talk the third one, you talk the fourth one, you keep talking. Why you keep talking, eh? Meanwhile, that anger is building up in you, eh? And you know that you are a Nigerian parent, and you know that you use your fist a lot.
No, you don't have to. No, Nigerian parents do that.
I don't touch children. No.
Let me tell you something.
I don't touch children at all. Use your words.
Words.
Listen, guys. Since you guys are talking about this, let me ask you a question. Imagine how old was she? I think about 5 years. 5 years. Came back from school one day. So sad. I was here, my friend called me and said, look at what I'm hearing in my house. I said, what? He said, Mama came back and told her that she wants to buy herself. I said, where did that come from? She said they've been asking her and she couldn't talk. I said, what happened? Anything happened? He said, no, we dressed her up and, went to school this morning, came back this evening and has been so quiet and, not really talking and this and that. Guess what happened? Because she had another student, another pupil say that. She doesn't have no clue what she was talking about. So I recommended, I said, please send her to therapy. I beg, send her to therapy. This is how we start. So in a situation like that, please, Mr. Panther, please, forefather, tell me what you're going to do as a father, as a parent. What are you going to do? No, let's talk about it.
Call 911 immediately.
If a child is talking about taking their own lives.
Culture. In our culture, is this no? We are talking about call which 911. No, we are talking about culture. Why I'm saying this is that you teach your child. This is a child that was, or rather, bringing up in a Christian home, and then you go to school and somebody said this, and you just heard it and put it in your head and brought it back home. What are you gonna do as a parent?
You talk to the child and dissuade the child from thinking in certain ways, isn't it? That's what you do.
No, it's not our culture no more, right? So
what do you mean it's not our culture?
Do we talk about this when we grew up? That's what we are
talking
about.
Madam, hold on.
Black Panther, don't get into everything. Let's just finish this line of thought.
She has finished now. She has a question now.
She hasn't finished.
Madam,
let me answer now.
No, what
There's
I'm saying
point of me listening to her, then you just jump in.
Right? We are talking about culture. This is a girl that is, is a her parents, they are doing well. Very good upbringing. Do you understand? I'm talking about the influence other kids can have on your kids. No matter how much you try as a parent, you go to school, you don't know what they're going to bring back home. My friend almost went crazy.
Yes. Like I said earlier on, when you are within a dominant culture that is there, that is not yours, is going to have an impact. That is one of the sacrifices you make when you travel overseas that most people don't factor in when they go overseas. when that stuff happens, what are you going to do? You're not going to say, oh, because we don't talk about it in Nigeria, I ignore it. You will talk about because in Nigeria, you don't get that scenario play up that often. But because it has played up now, you talk about it like a human being. Nigerians, it's not like Nigerians are just culture and they don't talk about stuff. If somebody says that stuff in Nigeria today, the parents will talk to the child. They don't just say, shut up, don't talk about it. They'll talk to the child and say, based on this thing, on what you've just told me, life is very, very important to you. Don't think like this. Look at all the things other people have that you don't, other people don't have that you have. There are ways you can talk to a child based on this other stuff. It's a difficult subject. It's a difficult subject, and it's meant to be hard.
Can I take it from where you stop?
Yes,
so wait,
please.
Mr. Black Panther, wait a minute. You see this talking, eh? That is why I kept telling you, when you see talking about roles, a woman is natural, a father is this one. Well, a time will come, when both of you will have just to sit down and take tea. You that one that you are running around and just not in the house, and you leave everything for the woman to do. To be talking with no male presence, or women with no food. See, when the children will go begin misbehave, it will be too much for one person to handle.
I know. I've seen it happen many times.
So when you start talking about the woman is a natural, a man is a natural.
Madam Luke, hold on.
Most of the time it takes two. Yeah, go ahead.
Madam Luke, look, what you are saying now, is totally different from what we are saying. What you are saying now, you're saying, no, let me tell you what you are saying. Look, in marriage, it takes two to make it perfect, to make it good. You don't expect the woman to do the talking while the man sit down eating banana somewhere. No, it has to be two of them. They have to send the same message. They have to be an example to their child.
And when you're outside,
you cannot do,
you're not at home. How is it
Madam, look, you cannot use other people's example to not qualify every other person.
I'm not using other people's example. You people are saying that we have the role. Well, Mr. Tuna just said
no. The role of a woman is right there. But we don't have to, because their role is to do this, then we just back out. It's not done like that. We have to be part and parcel of what they are doing. They have to be part and parcel of what we are doing.
Thank you. You have finally realized that you have to be part and parcel.
So it is not, but the woman got to know the role she is supposed to play in a family setting.
What role?
Madam Luke, if you cannot believe it, it's your own right. I won't force it into you.
No, I'm asking
but
you
what
now.
I'm saying, I am very sure that 90% of people out there will believe me.
From you people are nurturing and procreation.
Look, Madam Luke, it's not. See, Madam Luke, don't try to pick. Don't try to pick.
Can I
try to understand it? Like what Madam just said, the girl is undergoing some kind of thing, like a transformation ideal going on in her mind. We don't have any other thing than to the parent to combine and talk to the child.
Good.
Because the more you get closer to them, the more they reveal things to you. It all depends on how you commune with your children.
And that happens in Nigeria too.
You lay in the culture into them.
Okay,
and
good.
Make them understand it.
Back to what I'm saying, we have tradition. When you have one man with 4 wives and 20 children, how many is he going to correct?
He does correct them.
That one, you can correct them.
No, let me explain this.
That is why we have a lot of damaged men and women, because
that is not true. Actually, let me explain.
No attention.
Let me explain how the dynamics that occurs in a polygamous home when there are a lot of children is that the older children tend to be a kind of guide to the younger ones, and they generally follow a certain pattern, and often they don't even experience some of the things Western children this experience at all.
You want to relegate parenting to older children, is what you're saying?
No, it's a kind of that is not what is happening. It's like the younger ones copy the older ones, and the parents are taking care of the older ones directly, although the younger ones are often the favorites. And all the rest. Because that is how you see. You hate everything feminine for some reason. Everything when it comes to anything family,
all the children are still growing and they even need nurturing themselves. So how can you relegate?
I wouldn't call it hate, but you seem to really have this negative thought
towards because you are making children grow up too much and you're bypassing their childhood.
What are you talking about? Oh my God! Do you know this wall inflicts a lot of damage on people itself? What are you talking about? The wall could just swipe, have a cough, and thousands of people are completely decimated. The idea that there's not going to be pain in this wall because you are procreating so that you can make it into the future. I think that's a false way of looking at it.
Have you ever seen that YouTube channel? Mama, is it Mama Uganda or Uganda Mama with 38 or 44 children?
I've not seen it.
Okay, so that young woman that had a lot of kids.
Thank you.
But
5 sets of
30 something.
Yes,
yeah, because she's dead.
40 years old.
She's hyper. She has this condition where she ovulates. So she's one thing. Yeah, she just has multiple.
Wow.
You know, she's trying all forms of them. Yeah, she tried all forms of the family planning. It's not working. So they discovered that she has this hyper. It's the women that have hyper ovulation. It's a word that they use. Hyper ovulation.
Every baby is multiple. There was no single.
Yeah, so there's no method that can help her.
And guess what? This is from one man, and he ran away.
Ran away.
Yeah, because he ran away because he couldn't pay
but
for it.
After he had number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple, would he stop?
Yeah, but when he ran away, other people
should have had a vasectomy instead of the woman.
The point is that woman. Let me just add. That woman now that we are looking at and talking about in a sorry way will leave more imprint on this earth than probably you will. But the point I'm making is that regarding what you said about this thing, the structure of the family, whether they should just get married and take care of children and stuff like the women belong in the home. See, in this modern age, I think where the evolution needs to happen in our own community is that women live longer now, not like before, where they expect life expectancy to be around 40, 50 years at most. Now they can live up to 80, maybe even longer. So you can see a situation whereby we can decide not to do what the West did, start our families early, finish raising the children, then go and do other things. So this is where evolution, if you are talking about evolution, this is where I'll be looking at. Because you have to do it in a way that you don't compromise certain things just because you want to evolve. The areas that we need, we do it, and we do other things on top of it. Because in the West now, they are regretting it. Do you know how many women having IVF and going psychotically crazy because they cannot have children? There are many of women going through that hell because they put their career away. At their prime, they were busy running around men's offices.
I disagree. I will not even allow you finish what you are saying.
So go ahead now.
How can you say that?
Go ahead. What did I say that was so outrageous?
If you're making like that,
I want to understand. What did I say that was so offensive?
If you're making a submission like that, you can't just generalize and say some women who couldn't have children because they put their career forward first and they're running for one office or another.
I said some, not generalize. I said some.
In fact, that is not even true. It's not even true.
It's a fact. You want me? I wish I was on I control the back end.
It is not a fact. I disagree.
I will show you the data.
It is not a fact. It is not a fact.
How can you run away from these things? Women are changing career.
Please, I beg, please don't do that.
Did any woman hurt you so bad?
Is it every woman?
No.
Did any woman hurt you so bad?
No woman hurt me. If anything, it's the opposite. See, your problem is that you don't understand. This comes out of me caring for our own women. Nobody talks about our women.
Dunaja, what percentage?
I think the percentage of women that pursue their career generally don't tend to start family. I would say 30-40% of them. They don't start family.
No, it's not up to. In
the West,
below 20.
Women
below
20%.
Yeah,
that don't start a family while doing their career.
Yeah, it's below 20 now.
How many percent is it?
It's around 16, 17.
Is it every woman?
70% is still a significant amount of women.
But you cannot run away from it now.
The question you have to ask yourself is, when do women have their first child? That is what is going to indicate to you what is going on.
But they are not like us now, black. Now they are not like us.
Why?
Stop. It's a topic. It's a topic. Why should I not talk about women?
You always talk about
women.
Yeah, when I talk about security, you don't talk about you don't complain about that.
I have said it many times that if more women come to this panel, then we see these views that are being touted here.
You see, I think if what you are doing now, is that if somebody is not saying something you like to hear, somebody hates women.
Everything about women.
You are not.
I have to talk about it because we are talking. This is the topic right now.
Keep talking.
I should shut up my mouth because women's topic.
Trust me. It will not change anything.
If it doesn't change anything, good luck. People like you will disappear from this earth.
You want to disappear.
You better hope. I am right. You better hope that I'm
Don't say that word. Nobody's disappearing. Please, that's not nice.
She's basically saying that listening to me is wrong. What I'm saying is to fight for our own people. She's saying to listen to me is wrong.
Don't say that in the face of this world.
She's wishing that our people die off.
Even your fellow
These are women. They want our people to die off. The way they think. They want our people to die off.
Okay, can we calm down, please?
No, don't tell me I should not talk about a topic that is threatening our own survival. Don't tell me not to talk about anything that threatens our survival. If you are not seeing what I see.
Keep talking from January to December. It's not going to change.
That's your opinion. You are allowed to hold that.
I'm telling you whether you like it or not. Tomorrow
I'm fine with that. You are welcome to say that, but don't try to make it look like I hate women. That's what I'm saying. Don't tell me that I hate women. That's what I'm saying. It's the opposite.
Everything about women will continue to irritate you. It's not.
I don't know what you have against your mom. I don't know what you have against your grandmothers that you don't want to be like them. You ask yourself that.
Mr. Tunaja, you know what? Whenever
you are the one hating your own women.
Are you like your grandfather?
You never tell me how to raise my kids.
I'm trying to be like my grandparents. I'm not trying to be like them.
Stop telling people what to do.
Mr. Tunaja,
I'm not telling you what to do. Clearly, I can't tell you what to do. I'm giving my own opinion.
Mr. Tunaja,
yeah, go ahead, Madam Luke.
When you are giving your opinion, and I'm going to tell you this: anytime you come across females on this forum, you're going to always have problems.
Yeah, of course, I can live with that.
Yes, you can live with that. I know you can live with that, but you see, there are some things you say that are very offensive because you try.
It's only offensive when they are so brainwashed that they don't understand what I'm saying. Is our own good.
Who brainwashed us?
The same people that brainwashed me. That as a young person, hold on. As a young person, let me say this: the people that brainwashed me that as a young person, as an artist, I couldn't draw a black person look like a black face. I was drawing on people's face. That's the people that brainwashed.
You are brainwashed. Most of us are not brainwashed. You are brainwashed. That's what I'm saying.
That's why you hate your own culture.
You were brought up.
You hate your own culture. You guys hate your own culture. You hate your own looks. You don't want to look like your mom. And you call me the hater. You are the one that hates you. You are self-hating. That you're calling me the hater.
I have to do what I want to do with my body.
When you are turning away from your own ancestors, I will call you out.
Mr. Tunaja, I have news for you.
After you come and force me.
Don't blame me for calling you out for turning away from your own ancestors.
Come and force me to be how you want.
I'm not going to force you. Why should I force you? I'm not here to force you.
Mr. Tunaja, I have news for you.
I will not force you. Why would I force you?
Mr. Tunaja, I would like to tell you that when I was growing up, I didn't have any culture in my family. There was no culture there. And I'm going to tell you why. Even when I was growing up, except your normal salutation greeting of good morning, ma, good morning, sir. Everything we practiced in Nigeria there was partly the Western culture. And that's to tell you that the culture in Africa is so far eroded that all we have is a blended mix of hodgepodge of different things. So what you are looking for now, you are trying to go back to orthodox African culture.
No.
You cannot, it can't happen. I'm sorry.
Even in the olden days, we are wearing mini skirts and mini dresses and all. In the 70s, 80s, 60s, they were wearing it.
I'm not going back to orthodox culture. I just described the situation whereby one can have this in family early and go and work later.
It's not your choice.
I'm talking about planning into the future. We have to plan into the future.
You do not dictate to me when I need to have my babies.
I'm not dictating to you. I'm just saying, is that not a good idea that we do this thing?
It's not a good idea, and I will tell you why.
Okay, fine.
It is not a good idea because you don't even know yourself.
Uncle,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think that.
You don't even know yourself. Procreation. Excuse me. Procreation is not the first thing on agenda for you to live your life. You need to go and learn yourself. Know yourself before you start opening your leg to procreate. Like rabbits.
You say we are procreating like rabbits. Then what are you going to tell the Indians that live on a landmass 12 times smaller than the landmass we live on? But they have the same population. Because people like you, my own anger with some of the things you are saying is you guys want us to be small.
Hey.
And I don't know how you people got into your head like this. You people want us to be small. Or what God has given us, you don't want us to inherit it because you just hate yourself and buy into other people's culture. Don't worry. When the day of reckoning comes, we're all going to suffer for it. Actually, it's not about women. When it comes to security, I blame the men a lot.
What you always do is continue to drink
in this era. You expect a woman.
I'm just saying what I think. I'm just saying what I think.
Why not tell them to sit at home, let their husband go make money? I beg my brother.
Always drinking Panadol for other people's headache. Always drinking Panadol for everybody's headache.
Maybe somebody has to now. If the person that has got the headache, if the person that has got the headache doesn't have the headache, somebody has to take the headache medicine now.
Most of us don't want to be part of it. That's your we.
See, okay, if I say we, I'm describing people that agree with me, that want to do the right thing by society. If you want to buy into the society that is something that is going to kill the society eventually, it's up to you.
Society is already dying. So what are you complaining about?
Then see, you don't have hope. I do. Maybe you see that is the problem. You see, viewers should be paying attention to what is going on here. Now it's beginning to show itself that they don't have hope for our society. They literally, their belief is to finish us off.
You see, most of us are different in the sense that we live practical lives. You are living a theoretical life.
Of course, that's why you just advocated that you don't. Our society is already dying.
See, when you don't marry, you don't raise children, you don't go through the whole cycle. Then you can come back and talk. Don't be preaching when you haven't tested it. Don't be preaching.
Where did I see? For me, it's a very simple thing. I look at this societally, it's not personal.
When you tell you where the danger is, you don't know the struggle. People are struggling to keep their families together. Where they're trying.
Every part of the world, they are struggling to keep their families together. Okay. Chinese, they are doing it.
Okay. So Africa is doing the best they can because of the numerous things they have to go through. And that is why you have many people succeed. You have people like excelling in different parts of the world.
You should be looking to inherit the earth, but no, you don't even have aspiration. You are aspiring for our end. You are aspiring for our end instead. That your plan is for our end, not for our survival.
Inherit which earth?
This very earth. Maybe you think that there's heaven somewhere you're going to go and dance, but that's not where there's heaven. No. This world is all we know, and this world is the one God gave us. Luckily, we have a good land, and instead of people to embrace it, you are busy trying to kill it with your attitude. I don't understand it. You say I hate women. Why would I hate our own people?
Yes, you do.
Why?
Yeah,
come on, stop it.
We come up with the most ridiculous.
Because my ideas, you might not like my ideas, but I don't hate women.
Criticism when it comes to women, everything about women, you will always find something.
No, come on, man, stop that.
No, it's always negative.
Because one day, if one day, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to try to pull that video if somebody got the video and watch me defending our women. But you will not see that.
Which women?
And everything I said here is not a criticism of our women.
The women that suit you. The women that suit you.
Everything I'm saying here is not a criticism of our women. It's a suggestion on the way forward. It's a suggestion. I don't know why somebody is saying something. You see, what you hate is that what I'm saying is against your feminist brainwashing.
It's not.
That's what you hate.
It's my body. I gotta do what I gotta do on my body.
Of course, it's your body. No, it's not your body. Your ancestors borrowed it to you. It's not yours.
It's none of your business.
You see, that's the problem. What's wrong with this generation? Your ancestors borrowed you to your body. It's not yours.
Forefathers, you are lost.
Your ancestors borrowed you your body.
In 1980s,
we all think individually. Where have you gotten us?
At that time, it's what we are wearing today. Maxi, we are wearing Maxi today. Mini, they wore mini then. I can see some of my mom's picture with her mini dresses, and we will laugh about it. Today we are wearing mini. They were wearing
madam, if you who gave you the body you have, madam, if you who gave you your body.
Makeup. Today we are using makeup. So
madam, if you are going too far,
I don't have any issue with makeup. Did I say I have issue with makeup?
No, the Bible.
I don't even have issue with surgery. I don't have issue with surgery.
You want us to go back to the Garden of Eden with time fig leaf or what? What exactly is your problem?
Of course not. I just talked about raising a family. Then you can go and work and do whatever you want to do later on. I'm not going backward. I'm planning for the future.
Wait. I should raise the family first. Then I go and do whatever I want to do.
Yes, because that is the shape of the world that is coming in the future. Let me explain what I'm trying to say here.
You must be dreaming.
See, what I'm saying is that you don't understand. When you're younger, you're stronger. You're fitter to raise children.
And
then later on, you can go and practice your profession.
And then you walk into the store, just pick any man on the shelf and start procreating.
There are women 40 years carrying baby napkins and all over the place.
And so what?
Because
when you just somebody see, I don't understand how you reason.
Because even they are complaining. I'm telling you, you see, I don't know why. If you are acting as if you are defending women, I'm telling you, most of the things I'm talking about is women that are telling me that it's not they don't like it.
What if you don't find a partner that you have to get married to early? What if you don't find the partner you have to get married to early?
Yeah, you gotta go and start looking for men.
Just go and pick any man and start procreating like a moron.
But you never get the ideal man, even when you wait to 40, 50 years.
That means
we're not talking about ideal man. We're not talking about because nobody's perfect.
It's not about you alone. It's about the entire community, the way the health of the community, and the idea that there is not going to be difficulty in life. I feel like sometimes we've lost track of the pleasure you are seeking. Are you getting it?
Yes.
I don't get. You're not. You just think you're getting it.
No.
You're not.
It is called being content with what you have.
Then maybe you should be content with what you would have had in another ways.
It's not your business.
No, of course not. It's not my place. But I'm saying, from my point of view,
I'm telling you,
your approach is damaging. Is damaging for the greater good of the community.
No. I am telling you, I'm content. You are trying to tell me I'm not.
No. I don't believe so, because when you go online, you see that most women are not content. You may be content yourself, but when you go online, every single one of them are seeking serious relationship. Very, very few don't want serious relationship. Why? And the men don't want that.
You use your mouth to say they are seeking because they are
Yeah, because nobody wants relationship with women that are this way now, because there's no advantage to it anymore.
And are the men any better?
The men they remain the same. The women are the one that have changed by and large the most.
You know what? You have no salvation too, Naja. You have no.
No, it's not about salvation. And in a way, I'm not even
anti-women.
I'm not. Why would I be anti-women? The data is showing it there. I didn't make it. Oh, come on! Don't do this.
The women are changing.
When the data says 70% of women are triggering divorce, most of the women, the reason why they trigger the divorce, you saw it there. I didn't make it up.
Women are the problem. Why do we have the divorce?
I don't know. I see. They believe that the men are the problem.
Fault. Everything is all women's fault.
I'm not saying it's the women's fault. I'm saying there's a misalignment that needs to be corrected.
Why would 70 of the women trigger the divorce when half of the 70 of the men are gay? Eh?
Pardon?
Why wouldn't they trigger divorce when half of them are gay? Half of the men are gay.
Mother, look, that's a classic one, man. I didn't see that one coming.
I will give you an example.
Oh my God.
Madam, look, you are going too far.
I don't know what you say, Mother. Look,
they don't want to do anything. Yes, you will not talk about that.
Yes,
see, let's not go there. You know, women too are also the other way around too. You know.
Excuse me. If I find out my man is sleeping with a man, I would trigger that divorce so fast.
Okay.
No. I see. I'm not going to begrudge any woman for doing that.
Nigerian men are that way, and I'll give you an example with that.
A lot of them. A lot.
Look at what happened with Danny Fils and his wife.
I'm not going to begrudge women for divorced women like that. But you know that there used to be gay people that actually had families before now. So their duty to society, they actually carry it out, but they are still gay nonetheless.
Their duty to society? What do you mean by their duty to society?
They raise children. They raise children that want to be great children.
You need help.
It's like you don't want human beings to exist in this world anymore.
You know? Even the raise children in the seats.
So, okay, Madam, look, I'll give you the opportunity to describe a society that will prosper and do very well. Please describe what your ideal society that will prosper us, expand our population, and make us actually control our destiny.
200 million in Nigeria, you're not expanded enough.
No. Go ahead and describe it now. So what your plan is?
You are not expanded enough. You're not expanded enough in Nigeria.
Compared to the Indians, no.
What is the purpose of breathing when you are breathing and you are not even your life is meaningless?
You know, there are people like there were people like you in India when Indian population was expanding. Today, there were people. Hold on now. There were people like you in India. You know what they did to those people? Keep quiet, step aside, and then they became 1.4 billion in population, and now they are flying to the moon. See, you lack ambition for some reason.
You know what, Tinaja, your method of thinking is totally warped.
I'm thinking from history. I'm thinking from saying we should be ourselves. I'm thinking from the point of view that we need to be better people and stronger people. I asked you, what is your proposal to making us that way?
I'm doing my part.
I
am living my
saying
best
marriage is rubbish. Men are rubbish.
No. I'm living my best life yet. It is not attached to marriage. It is not attached to anybody. I am living as an individual. You want to live a global life. You want to think for the whole world. You want the whole world to be, the whole Nigeria, the whole black race to be. You are taking up a responsibility that is not your own. Start with your own self.
Whose is it?
No, it's an individual responsibility. By the time you do your own,
no, every single group has people that have to look after.
It is made up of individuals. So
is it not one man, Netanyahu, that is holding the whole world to hostage right now? One man doing all that. So if you don't want to take charge, God gave you this world, and you don't want to do with it as God gave you, then some other person is going to do it for you.
That is why you have survival. That is why biology has evolution, survival of the fittest.
Yeah, but you're not going to ignore it. Then that's why that's my point.
Nature will take its course, whether you do whatever you want to do or not.
But it gives you.
If you are the inferior race, and I'm not talking about because of your color of the skin, meaning that you don't know how to take care of yourself and propagate your species, then you die off.
I think the point is that God gave us some leeway to call some of the shots. Otherwise, let me explain. Otherwise, there will be no glory associated with anything. Man, let me finish now. See, God, even some things we do, God gave us some room to make our own decisions, so that some glories will belong to us. Not everything that He controls. The point is that you have options in this world. He gave you a lot, and we are not using it.
Excuse me, how many people are in Qatar?
In Qatar?
Yes, how many people? What's the Qatar?
I don't know, but I know that they are less than us.
Thank you. You see the quality of life there?
Yes, I've seen it.
And you are talking of procreation. What is your problem?
No, because they live in a desert. God didn't give them. God didn't give them what they gave. You see, your problem is that you are like Esau and Jacob. God gave you more, and you sold your porridge to Jacob for this thing. You are comparing yourself to people God put in the desert. He gave you everything, Garden of Eden, and you chose to
look at what they did. Look at what they did with the desert. They gave you Garden of Eden, and you trashed it. What is your problem?
But that's the point I'm making to you. I'm saying you should do better for your people.
Then it means that you are not fit to be inhabiting this planet.
Maybe we are not. If I'm hooked to you and you are the only woman in this world, then we are dead for sure.
No, you can never be dead. You can never be dead because other people are married through other races.
No. What do you think the other races are going to do? You will see.
No. Listen to me too, Nigeria. A time will come. You are not going to have that mixed breed that you are looking for, because people are marrying into other cultures. And it is going to be that way because there is nothing, I repeat, nothing that you can do in terms of your government and your self-regulation as a black man that can propagate your race.
Let me explain what you just said. You see, what you just said now.
In other words, you are doomed.
Let me explain what you just said, marrying to another culture. You see, what you are not seeing is the genetic flow. The other culture controls the genetic flow. You don't control the key. What is going to happen is one black man marries into another culture, has a child. That child has a child with somebody from that culture and has a child from that culture. Guess what happens? In 10 generations, your own bloodline is gone.
And excuse me.
You see, in other words, you are dying slowly.
You are dead and rotting in the grave.
You are dying slowly. That's what is going on.
50 years from now, we are dead and rotting in the grave. How is the business of propagation your problem?
Yeah, okay, good. I think if we are going to die, I would rather choose not to. Maybe you have chosen. that
Harry,
you
if I
should
die,
go.
if I tell you to let me tell you,
I'm not choosing that. I
No,
don't wish our people to be wiped out.
That is why you should have a life of content. If I die now, I will die a happy woman. You know why?
Content is relative.
No,
not when you have a duty.
If I die a happy woman. You know why? It is my time, and I will accept it and buzz off.
Yes, and I don't have any issue with that.
I don't care whether my kids inherit the earth. I don't care. I live for what I can do for myself, because if I don't take care of myself, nobody will. So
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Some people worrying about what is happening, what they're going to do. If they like, they marry. If they like, they don't marry. If they like, they procreate. That's not my business.
Okay, God, but some people have that vision, and you should respect them for thinking deeper into these things. And that is what I do.
That's why you should respect others.
No, I respect it. I said it.
No,
I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you from doing what you are doing. I'm just
women are doing this. Women are doing that. Women are doing this. Women are doing that. Everything.
Yeah, because see, I'm saying it from the perspective of somebody that has thought about it in a different way or in a deeper way. And I'm not saying I'm judging you individually. I'm just saying societally, some of the things we are doing, we have to be careful that it doesn't put us in a disadvantage. And it does have impact on people that are actually living.
Already at a disadvantage. What are you talking about?
But you don't want to further this in the disadvantage. You don't want to make it worse. You want to reverse it. You see what I mean?
Reverse it.
Yes. That is the purpose, because it has an effect on the quality of life every child you have has got. Do you know, in this world, we are the most limited people from movement. We are the poorest people from movement.
You know that the time comes a child becomes an adult.
Even when you become an adult, you are still limited based on the works of your parents, based on the accomplishment of your parents.
I beg your pardon.
Even when you become a grown person.
Was Obama limited by the accomplishments of his father in Kenya? What are you talking
about? Yes, he was limited because people like him don't become presidents. And it took him only once for him to do it.
It took what? Who only once?
It took for a half black person to even become president in America. It happened only once.
It happened only once.
Yeah, but if he was a white person, he would have had a chance to become president multiple times. So what you don't understand is that every child that is born into this world has some advantages and disadvantages that their parents left for them.
First of all, this is a country with majority white. Okay? This is a country of majority white. For a black man to even show up like a total eclipse of the sun, I would appreciate it.
Oh my God, man. What is it? You know what? I do enjoy talking to you, but still, some of the things you say, my God, you need to watch the language you use to describe our people. Total eclipse of the sun. That's what you call black people now.
No. That's not what I call black people. I said that is the occurrence.
Oh, okay.
Black man being a president in a totally white man's land.
Yes.
So are you telling me that it should happen more often?
It's a white man's land for a reason. There's no reason why it couldn't have been a black man's land. Because of what our parents accomplished.
You have a whole continent up there in Africa goofing off.
Yeah, because our people were busy selling human beings as slaves. You
have 10,000 presidents in Africa. Could you start from there?
Yeah, see, my take is that our people are not taking themselves seriously enough. We are behaving like Esau.
Because you know what? They are doomed to fail.
If we are doomed to fail, fine. Better try than not to try. I'm just doing my own bit here.
You see, that is what they call when you look at the story.
I have to do what I can do. It's just what it is. You never know.
You're not even doing anything yet.
Maybe not. See, it doesn't matter.
I'm sure you're not a spring chicken.
Of course not.
Okay.
You've seen me now.
What is your plan that you're planning? When do you plan to do it?
What makes you think I can? See, man proposes, God laughs. We talk what we want to do. We will try to do what we want to do. And if I succeed, I succeed. If I don't succeed, I don't. Maybe somebody that comes after me will succeed. Maybe somebody that comes after me will even be far, far, far more superior and do something greater. It's just that for me, my wish for our people is that we succeed and do well in this world. I don't like a situation by every child you have compared to Igbo child. Your Igbo child is doing way better than your own child because they have the advantage.
You know why I stopped discussing Nigerian topic?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you why I stopped discussing Nigerian topic. Because I found out that I was wasting my energy. like my son.
Mm.
Because when you have a majority of people who do not and cannot take the destiny into their hands, it is not only depressing, it is defeatist.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm feeling defeated, right,
Yes.
I am grateful I have another aspect of my life that I can celebrate. Because for 60 years, it has been more of the same in Nigeria. And I've looked all over Africa where we were colonized, but we even exported our brothers and sisters. I don't see progress anywhere. So it is not encouraging for me.
Mm.
It is not encouraging for me.
I understand that, and
I only came in when I had man-woman topic.
see,
That
if
was
I look,
because
if I look at certain things that is going on in our society, like even some of the culture, like from the way the women dress and everything, I could have said, "Oh, you know what, our men are useless. Everything is in decay. Don't
where
bother."
are you? What do you mean by the way the women dress? Why must you go there?
No, because the men are also incompetent in terms of security wise. I call them out every single day on these type of things. They don't fight for their own people. And if all these things, and it's a form of decay that I see, and I could have said, you know what, this is too bad, but in the end, it's what I am. I pretending as if it's not me is crazy because I'm part of the community, and we are the ones that created it. We are. It's in short, it's our duty to fix it, just like we both fix their
You
own.
see, and we were talking about where tradition is bad. Look at how this junior pope died in Nigeria. You know who
Yes.
junior pope is?
Yeah. You know, but I don't know him, but I've heard
Okay,
the name.
I never heard of him. But you see, this was a
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah, I saw him. Yeah, the guy in the boat. Yeah.
Thank you. Rather than going to take them to the hospital, they took him back to the riverside to appease the gods. All this about tradition.
Yeah.
All this about tradition. To tell you how backward we are.
There are certain things that need to go away. The only thing that they didn't do
They're
was
changing now certain things.
no, of course, I said it now. I did say it already. I proposed it already. I
Okay.
said some things need to change. I don't even believe in some of that we should go back to our traditional worship the way it was before. We need to advance it than the way it was because the people didn't keep their Christianity the way it was. Or people separated science from Christianity. They separated government from Christianity. They separated a lot of things from Christianity, and we have to learn from that. We have to really, really think deep and project ourselves into the future because that's what it's going to take. We can't remain stagnant. We can't copy other people and think it's going to work for us.
Like I said, there is no community. There is no community that has evolved to be progressive by maintaining archaic and sentimental values of our existence.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm advocating. I'm advocating that we should be ourselves. Every people that have succeeded in this world, they speak their own language. They look themselves
You
like
cannot
themselves.
do that in a place that have 500 languages.
Yes, you
cannot
can
do that.
actually. You can
How?
because you can just use based on population to make some languages national languages.
Like
South
what?
Africa did it. Zimbabwe did it. It's not new. So Zimbabwe has about 16 official languages. So it's not
Okay.
new. So you can do that. I see what I mean. You just have to think in that direction, and you start seeing solution. There are solutions to our problems. It's not
So,
because they don't exist. They are there.
I mean, like I said, it's not practical in Nigeria. You can't do it in Nigeria because now the instructions in the schools and even the offices, everything is English. So how are you
Yes.
going to go back now to start doing that? My father, bless his heart, he could not even speak his language. He started learning it from the book when he was like in his 70s, in his 60s, in his 50s. He started to teach.
What you do is you do it the way the South Africans do it. Some things you learn it in your own language, other things you learn it in the English language.
Don't
Especially
tell
things
Nigerian government now. Well,
no, I will tell them now. I will tell them, and as
I'm
long as you
gonna
are in support
campaign
of
for
it,
you
I will
so
tell
that
them.
Tinubu will put you in his cabinet so you can.
See, if he puts me in his cabinet and he gives me the right to do everything that P2B is doing, he wanted to do, I'm fine with that. Point is that it's not about the government; it's about what you can do when you get there. So you get where I'm coming from. It's not about hating; it's about our future, where we want to be. I want our women to be able to get out of the house and say, you know what, I'm going to India today, and nothing is in their way. I want to do anything like everyone else in this world, and nothing is their way. They don't have to be worrying about their passport, or their children doesn't have to feel like, oh, other people are better than them somehow. And whenever they see their people, their own people are looking like people that are gate men, all kinds of stuff. No, that has to end. There's no reason why it shouldn't, because we have been given so much. That is my only position that seems like I'm being negative towards women. I'm not being negative towards them. I'm saying that we deserve better than what we are getting right now. That's all.
Okay.
Exactly.
See, peace at last. Peace at last. So
yes, it has been good, and then the only thing I was saying that we just need to keep supporting each other, and in as much as I want to believe that we do have roles in our relationships and in our homes, I do believe that they're very fluid and they can change at any time. And I do like the fact that things can change, because what I need to do, what I need and wish for my family is that if there was no one around, I could carry the family by myself, and to the point without depending on the man.
Exactly.
And
I believe in that too.
Yes, when he gets to that point and he can carry the family without a woman, not because there's no woman, but it's because you find people that you're compatible, but not just because you want to do it, because you're looking for a replacement. But for us to be able to carry out those roles, we have to be equally empowered in our homes. So there's not like, oh, you go be the breadwinner all the time, and then the man pegs off, and the next thing I'm looking for somebody to help me because I never left the house and I never learned any skills. Never learned. And then
for me, I would even suggest that we kind of return to some element of communal support of each other. Where the term, it takes a whole village to raise, like where they say it takes a village to raise a child. We want to get to that kind of situation.
What does that mean?
I think it will take a kind of coming up with a modern version of this, where you have support. Even if you are a single parent, you are not on your own. The way it is done now is very grueling for single parents. It needs to be just as good as it was before.
You see, the good thing about it is that you need to go to your family system. That is the only thing I can say. You need to have a strong family system that you can rely on, like sisters, brothers, that community is what you're talking about. It should come from within the family, because they know you best and they will look out for your interest, hopefully, possibly first.
Madam Luke.
Yes, ma'am.
I disagree with you.
No, I'm just
no, listen now, wait. Madam Luke, wait. No, we're gonna make a forefather our Nigerian president so that he can change everything.
What is he talking about now? You see, these enemies of progress. They want to make me president. He doesn't want the best for me.
Create a ministerial position for you. Even you can take over the position for the women's affairs. Better do the appointment.
You don't mean me well. You really don't mean me well. You want me to go and be this? See, point is that there are ways you can do it. There are ways you can be our brothers keepers, and like what you, Madam Luke said about family. You and government can incentivize it too. Can kind of encourage that kind of structure. So that in a way, the Chinese do something like that. The Chinese, they don't have benefits like they have in the West. It's not the same. They do it through the families somehow. So maybe we can come up with something that is far more efficient than what people are practicing now. So
which is fine, which is okay. But my thing is, it has to be a situation whereby, it's going to be difficult. It's really difficult because the cohesiveness is not there. And I'm just going to say we are already at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
A major disadvantage. Majorly. So everything is just against all odds for us. And while we're trying very hard I believe everything starts from the individual. If you make good choices by a stroke of luck, you might make it. But then again, you have to deal with health challenges. You have to deal with other things that are beyond your control. So the only thing is that you can only try your best to do what you got to do. That's all you can do.
For me, I think you are forcing me to think about this in that direction. I never really want to. I never really thought about like the structure of families that might be suitable for African state. Because if Nigeria becomes richer, that has to be talked about.
No, I don't know what you're talking about being richer. The one you have, you cannot even manage it properly. What do you mean?
What is wrong? What the one the one we have now is not even enough to go around.
It is more than enough, but people
forefathers for president, forefathers for women.
People are it is enough.
If you have come with your trouble, you don't mean me well.
It is being heavily mismanaged.
I will support you. I will champion that.
We want to. You know what we want to do? Because of every time I have a conversation, our resources are getting mismanaged. You hear that a lot, and I really want to calculate how much the government actually does.
Managing it, they are stealing it.
Yes,
managing waiting. They are stealing it.
Okay. They are stealing it. But what if we calculate? What if we do the calculation? We find out that 80 to 70 or 70 to 80% of all the money that the Nigerian government budgeted, and including the loans, are actually being spent on this and that. It's only 20% they are stealing. What would you think?
It's a lie. Spending what? What? Tell me what you have seen.
Like on salaries, on the cars, stationaries, all those things that they use in buildings.
Where they will build a borehole for 100 and something million.
Yeah, but that's no. What if all that was just 20? No, Madam Ife, what if all that was just 20%? Would you be more forgiving?
It's not. I was right by my father's grave. It's not.
I think one aspect of the Nigerian state that is also frustrating is that
allocating budget to office of the first lady. You will put Kemo, who doesn't know anything about plane engine. You put him as a minister for aviation.
Yes.
What do you have a problem with that? Is he not the one that approved this airpiece for London now? Why is that a problem?
Can approve that, including them.
You are a troublemaker. See, the guy did well. He supported Oyema to have.
How much did he take? Let's talk about it.
How do you know he took bribe? Oyema said he supported him.
No, he did not. Okay.
Take yes for an answer, Mrs. You want him to not support him. He supported him, and the guy got this, and it looks like he's going to support him, the airline industry further. I said this earlier on.
Does he have a choice?
See,
does he have a choice?
He does have a choice
because you know that
they have useless leaders.
You know that Nigerians will drag him.
I think you are not being kind to an extent.
Kind for what?
Because if somebody is doing the right thing, you give them encouragement for that. I think is that.
Let me ask you something. You know what we are doing in Nigeria? Taking a medical doctor to be a minister or whatever of women affairs, or let me say housing. Tell me the knowledge this man, a Bonny man, tell me the knowledge he has to be a minister for works.
See,
tell me, and transportation.
I think what you are saying. See, let me explain why those things.
And you're gonna tell us you're gonna use how many billions or trillions to build 1 kilometer? Hey, Jesus of Nazareth.
See,
go here for this country.
See, if when I made the statement before, I don't know whether you heard me make it when I said better a school leaver that is a nationalist than a professor that has colonial mentality.
No.
The reason why I said that is because it doesn't necessarily matter their qualification, it's where their heart is. If their heart is in the right place, they will do the right thing by the people.
Do they have hats?
Exactly.
No. Oh my God.
These people, I swear, if they ever visit these people's foreign account, you will faint.
Yes.
You will faint.
I know.
So
I know.
Where they getting all this money from? A country where there is no accountability.
Yes.
Jerry, tell me, no accountability. Look at what is
I
going
think
on
we
with
all
Lizzie
know that.
and Sarah. It's not
We're all
about
in
them.
agreement on that.
It's
But
not
I
about
think we
them.
need to be more precise about what we are criticizing. And I think I need to do some maths on what is actually
Brother,
being
leave my
spent on the
part.
Nigerian state and how much is getting stolen. We
Okay.
need to have an idea of it. And there's this other dark area that is almost impossible to know how much crude oil is being stolen and how much gold is being stolen in the north. We don't know.
Let me ask you, forefathers. Tell me one big infrastructure. One. You can
That the
tell me
government did.
one. Government. Just one. One, all of us will be so happy and say, just tell me one.
I think the train from Asaba to Bini or somewhere or Warri, that one is a new
Train.
one. I didn't know
Which
existed.
kind of train? Is
Oh,
it
there's a train, no proper train. No proper train.
The train that we're seeing. No,
not the Lagos one. I'm talking about Asaba to Warri. That one is a reasonable train.
So that's the only thing you can think of for 60-something years.
No. Oh no! You see, seriously, are you seriously expecting me to praise the Nigerian government? No way. They've been horrible. They've been horrible. They've not done anything that good in Nigeria, but they've done some projects. Like if you're asking me what has happened in the last 10, 20 years, yeah, they built some train lines.
That's what I'm asking you. What name the project?
They can't even give us power supply.
Which power supply? Which one?
They can't even give us power supply. They are horrible. No, we are all in agreement there. Don't make me try to defend them on that. We are all in agreement there. They've been very, very useless on that front. You see, I spend more time criticizing mostly the men. Most of my time is on the men, really, from security to the way they have mismanaged our whole society. Because I don't look at this as a governmental issue. This is a societal issue here. We have not fixed our society is ill, and these people, they just made sure we never develop. It's horrible. Did you see what happened over the weekend? What the Israelis were able to do? They are human beings like us. They are not gods. They are just human beings like us, and our useless men have kept our country like this.
And look at they're gonna do their calculations very well, and Iraq will not know. Iran will not know when they're gonna attack.
Exactly.
Don't worry.
Let them go and attack now. It's gonna backfire now. See, if we are going into Israeli this thing, actual issue, Israel is a dangerous country. Actually, the people there are dangerous. Huh? They are very, very dangerous, and they have killed so many people already. And they are still killing. Even today, they are still killing. They are finding mass graves in Gaza today. So those guys, I think their reputation will be tarnished for a very long time to come.
Which
by the
people?
time all these Israelis.
You're talking
by
about
the time all this is settled.
Now what for you?
Their reputation will be damaged. That's all over, especially in America.
The people that are still striking. Do you think in Nahum, waiting to Benjamin is thinking about reputation?
I'm telling you, when it's almost in the grave. When it's almost in the grave, it's just like our president now. They don't care. All they are looking for is to put their name in the history books and keep going.
Hitler is in the history books.
Wow,
Hitler is in the history books. It depends on what you're in the history books
That's all
for,
they want to do.
I guess so. And I think he cares about his people, but he's doing it the wrong way. I think you can't keep making enemies amongst your neighbors the way they are doing. Nothing is going to work out. You want to kill everybody around you. That's the only way you can survive.
That is, you see the problem. I'm not a fan. I'm not supporting anybody. Okay. If these people did not strike Israel in the month of October, we wouldn't be where we are today. Iran didn't know that this is gonna escalate up to this moment. They didn't calculate well, because they were the ones that are supplying these people, Hamas, the weapon, the what is it called, that they were shooting. They didn't think about it.
But do you know where we were gonna be if October 7th didn't happen? Israel will still be blockading Gaza. Palestinian people will still be dying. In the West Bank, people are still going to be dying. Thousands of Palestinian prisoners are still going to be in Israeli jails. They will still be living under an apartheid condition, being humiliated every day. So to them, they have nothing to lose from what is happening now. They are already dying. So that is the problem. And Israelis, for some reason, No, I know the reason. They don't want those people to be free. The only solution they have is to kick them out of there. Because Israel wants to have a Jewish state. They don't want to have a state, just a state for the sake of the name. They want it to be Jewish. It's like somebody saying, I want to have a Muslim nation, while all the people around you are Christians. What are the chances you can succeed in that? It's a problem. And that is the problem you're having with Israel.
We can never be peace in the Middle East. We have to understand that.
No, but from time immemorial, from history, that would never happen.
There can never be peace there.
No
matter
and there's
what.
some truth there. There's some truth there.
Even if Israel give up the state of this, there will never be peace.
Because
So
the Middle East is a very important
Nothing
area. The Middle East is at the point where Africa, Asia, and Europe join together. It's a very, very strategic region. All the empires in the world tend to come from that area. And hence why America wants to make sure Israel is in the middle, controlling that area. But yes, there's not going to be peace. That area is a flashpoint. Always there. So always wars. If it's not the Romans, it's the Greeks. If it's not the Greeks, it's the Egyptians, the Persians. It's always like that. That is, if you say it from that point of view, yes, it's true. But from the Israeli-Palestinian issue, I think they could have had peace. But Israelis want the entire territory. They don't want to share. That is the problem. They keep taking the land of the Palestinians you know, when you heard about the Ruga stuff in Nigeria, everybody was losing their mind in Nigeria. But the Ruga is happening to the Palestinians every single day. Every single day is happening to them. That is how bad it is.
Let them continue to fight. So far, it doesn't get to us. Because you can never tell Israel anything to stop.
No, you can't.
We cannot.
It's America that is letting them. If America says stop, they will stop.
Americans have been telling them, even the Biden, but at the same time, you know, these people, they are two-faced. They are supplying their weapon and at the same time telling them to stop.
I'm telling you, that is their superpower. Igbo person, their superpower is to pretend as if they can't see something. It's
That's
like
what I'm telling you. They're supplying them
unbelievable.
with weapons and at the same time telling them to stop.
You saw how they are shouting about Russia attacking Ukraine. Oh my God, Russia is horrible, tearing Ukraine to pieces. Oh, you killed 50 children. But Israelis have killed up to 15,000 children today. They barely said much. We are still sending weapons to them.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you, that the problems of the world, they are too much for you to concentrate on.
You cannot resolve it.
Yes, while you're concentrating on other problems, you're neglecting yourself.
Oh, yes.
Even the one in our country.
Which is what I don't want to do. And that is why I decided to let go of Nigerian things, because while I was concentrating on Nigerian politics, I was neglecting myself.
I think it's good to understand certain things because if you understand it, then you know the person. It's like having somebody around your area and you know that this person is a drug dealer, is doing something bad. Because you understand it, that person comes to your party tomorrow, you're going to know how to behave. So that's why it's important for us to understand, not necessarily obsess ourselves with them, study their behavior so that when they come and deal with you, you'll be ready. Because you know that, oh my, these people are actually capable of doing some nasty stuff. So you better be ready that when you are dealing with them, you have to be careful. And that's the kind of stuff our ancestors didn't know. Because they didn't know Oyibo are capable of some of the things they are capable of. They've never really been to Europe the way most Europeans have been to Africa. So they were dealing with them from a naive point of view. And they didn't even see it for years. By the time they started seeing it, it was too late. And that is why it's good for us to understand this thing. And I don't think, Madam Luke, you are wasting your time to study something.
I mean wasting my time. It means I'm not making any impact.
You are making more impact than you think.
I'm hopeful, but I'm not getting I'm not satisfied with the progress that is going on. So it is depressing to me. I don't want to go to bed every day thinking about negative thoughts.
Yeah,
it's just too much. It just weighs you down, and every day is one story of the other. I mean, look at this poor man that just died for nothing because of his boat. Some stupid boat capsized. There was no safety.
But there was sister Mima, I tell you, that one is just carelessness.
Yeah, they were big careless actually. I saw the video.
They were big careless. He was even making videos.
Yes.
He didn't know that was going to happen. Now he didn't know. He took a lot of things for granted. Why are you going to that kind of place?
It's just a carelessness.
Slow down. I mean, this man was just Who enters that kind of boat?
No, the bottom line is that they didn't go in with a safety measure. They didn't have any life jacket.
My problem is that who enters those, did you see the boat? Who enters those kind of boats? Those are the kind of boats.
But that's the type of boat they use there, my sister.
Hey, God,
Boat now. If you have never been, that is the type of boat.
How can you go onto a boat like that and you go long distance and driving that fast? You don't have this in any kind of safety vest on. You're supposed to put a safety vest on. You're not a swimmer.
The kind of boat that Miss Ichi Boots use all over Africa. I've never even seen that kind of boat. There are boats that carries all her motorcycle and everything. Nigerians couldn't afford even boats to house people safely. I don't know.
What are you gonna do now? I think it's a kind of sad accident to occur, but I think they could have avoided that just by looking a little bit more closely where they were going. They were moving very fast.
They even have life jackets.
They were moving very quickly.
Gear.
Yeah. And then what happened? They came out. Nobody could do CPR.
Yeah, no, they're running to Amadio. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that CPR business is a bad one.
Forefathers. They took him to our forefathers.
Yes, now.
To resurrect him.
Yeah, accidents do happen.
Did you resurrect him? Our forefathers.
I think people must have really liked that actor, the way they reacted. But in reality, if you think about it, Americans lose a lot of lives every year, far more lives than Nigeria loses due to all these accidents and stuff. But because America is a functional state, people have good lives, they don't notice those things. It's really strange. And I also think that it's because of Europe and Australia and Canada that don't have anything as rough a life as Americans do. People don't die as much in Canada or in England or in Japan as America. America is a unique country. Even if they are civilized, they are quite unique in terms of the rate of deaths that occur in that country. You guys are in America. I don't even know. How do you avoid bullets when they tell you that? How do you avoid that? I don't understand it.
I've lived in this country for 30 years. I've never seen a gun.
You see, that's the thing. How does that happen?
Okay, let me tell you something. One of my patients' grandfather, I saw this evening in the clinic, and he said something that really shocked me. His 17-year-old grandson, he told me this is the fourth gun they're getting from him. And this one is AR rifle 47, whatever, something. Big, powerful gun. At 17. And I asked him, where did he get the gun from? He said he got it across the street from the kind of friends, the friends that he has. This is the fourth gun. Let me tell you, every time I go to the store, I'm not going to lie to you, I get paranoid. I don't go to malls no more. I can't remember the last time I went to mall. I'd rather buy online and look at the return policy, and I'll return it immediately. No, when you talk about security, let me tell you something, especially when it comes to weapon. Oh my God, this country, even in this state where I live now, anybody, you don't need any permit to. You can walk straight to this thing and carry by your this thing. You don't need no background check. You don't need no permit. Go in and they will give it to you. They passed it as a law and people are carrying weapon anyhow.
See, fortunately.
So you can't even talk. Even when you know how somebody will drive and you can stick your finger and say, you just keep your face straight up and keep going. You can't make left, you can't make right.
That is why I was trying to tell Mr. Tunaja. I said, when you're talking to your kids, you got to be careful. I'm one that watches this investigative discovery a lot, and I know what children can do, and I know what people can do. You tell them not to date, you tell them not to, you can't. These children, bro, they will just organize some. This one that they distribute drugs is mixed in candy in high school, but look, listen, well, you will just sit in your house one day, you will be called to glory. I'm telling you. So, like I said, now I have learned to pick my battles, and my own night to celebrate myself. As you see me, I'm always changing pictures. I want to celebrate my life because you see this life, It is a matter of now you have it, now you don't.
My sister, next minute is not guaranteed.
So now
to you, this might be the last time we'll talk.
Exactly. So, thank you, Madam.
Guaranteed.
Thank you, Madam Evie. So right now, I don't carry anything to my bed. I don't carry nobody to my sleep. If they like, or they go out naked. If they like, they dress like. I know they put my mouth again. I will not. I will not, because, like I said, I'm into self-preservation. Self-preservation is the key. I take my vacations, I go to my job. Hey, we wave our hand today. So what are we doing today? How is it going to be today? The one we can plan, we plan. The one we cannot plan, everybody face your road. Because this country is tough. And then you're not adding to Nigerian problem, double whammy. I know fits. I beg. How long do you have to live on this planet?
I know.
Then you have to live it good. Then Mr. Tunaja is worrying about who carry wig for head and who no carry wig for head.
My sister see me.
Let's not go back there now. I thought we have reached an agreement that
we are talking about wig and no wig.
We should wear weave.
No, what I'm trying to say is that you have to do things that make you happy right now and live your best life yet.
But what is the best life? Just to be happy? Is that it?
See, what is your quality of life? What's your quality of life? What are you doing? If I'm sitting down here 7 days a week discussing Nigerian topics, that's not my quality of life. I can do better. People are traveling. People are getting ready for people are bubbling every Saturday. People are going to parties.
Yeah, but the question is, after you bubble, what has that got to do with helping?
Then I go to my
community?
job. Then I go and work. Then I go and volunteer. I go to shelters. I go and mentor children.
You are mentoring people that probably have more than us. Your own community.
They don't have anything for me. Let me tell you, where I work, there are a lot of people that don't have children. There are a lot of people that are elderly. There are a lot of people that even if they have children, they have been dumped in some kind of facility or somewhere. All they need is somewhere to come and talk to them. So there are many things I can do to occupy my time, and I will make an impact. There are a lot of pregnant teenagers who need somebody to talk to, who need something to help. And then we have people here, we have to help each other, because one woman works nights, the other person works days. Who is taking care of the children? I have to go there, sleep in the house, so that when she comes back in the morning, and she will do the same thing for me. So you have to find a way that you got to, some after school programs you have to go to, you can't make it. Some things you cannot do, you can't do it. So you have to make that balance in your life that you can function properly. First of all, your paycheck cannot suffer, because if you discuss the job problem for money tonight, you're not going to pay your bills.
That's true.
How can your paycheck suffer while you are the one supporting them? A lot of people are relying on you.
Let me also add a little to what Madam Luke said. The truth is that you have to identify, you have to be intentional about it. You have to identify that specific thing that really, really, really makes you happy as a human being.
Yes.
Because the truth is that you can never, ever solve all the problems in this life. In fact, you came to this world and you made problems. Your parents have lived. For those of us that some of our parents have gone, they've gone and they are left with problems.
Yes.
And we have taken over from where they stopped. Yes. And we are still battling with it. Yes. And it looks as if it's not even getting any better.
Yes.
So the truth is, if you're not careful, you live another person's life instead of your own life. You understand? You are created original. Please don't die a photocopy because of a problem you try to solve. You want to fix it. In fact, Christ himself was on earth. He couldn't solve all the problems.
Okay.
He couldn't solve all the problems of humanity.
He was purposeful.
Yes.
That is what I'm saying. You have to be purposeful. You have to be focused. That thing, that assignment, that specific thing.
Purposeful to make things better for the people that are coming next. Just like other people make it better for us.
See, you give them the rules and they will do their part. You lay down the rules, and you see. My goal is for them to be productive members of society. That is it. That is my goal. Can you take care of yourself? Can you make good decisions
for the entire day? Yeah, I guess that's a good start.
You cannot live their lives for them. You can't.
But better than their goal is to better their community, not the entire world.
You can only better the community when you better yourself. Because if you don't have any result, you don't have nothing to give.
Yeah, but okay, that's true.
Naija, life is like a baton. Whatever thing
you pass it on.
do, just think of the past leaders in history that have done great things that we are referencing today, the Mandelas, for instance. They have done good things and they have passed on to us. They have, and when we are to do our own bit and pass on, just like a relay. You run a bit, you pass on. You run a bit, but don't kill yourself. They want to do everything.
Mandela risked his life.
No.
For the purpose.
I will ask you a question. What do you do for fun?
Like everyone else, I do everything. That maybe this is part of my fun too.
Nothing makes me happy other than being on shows. I can't.
No, after that, I was.
Oh my God! If he wants to reveal my secret, he wants to reveal my secret.
And there is nothing wrong with that, honestly.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Me, I like to travel, but I don't have money to travel. Honestly, I love to travel. I want to go to Japan.
Okay. Wow,
Yeah.
that is good. That is good.
But
Let me ask you a question. Okay, can you see now that is a limitation now for you to have a fulfilling life? That you have identified the things that makes you happy already. But there are some little factors, monetary factor now, that is limiting you to achieve it. So imagine now you keep doing it, you're pushing, I'm desiring to go to Japan or go to China or go to any other country of your choice. But there are other factors too that is keeping, probably husband, probably kids, probably extended family. So all those things are problems. You understand that if you begin to focus to solve, you end up not living your own life.
Okay, now let me ask you.
Understand?
Let me ask you this. If hold on, let me just ask this question. If he says she wants to go to Japan, and like you said, she has obstacles in her way, the question you have to ask yourself: an average white woman, if she says she wants to go to Japan, how many? Don't you agree that she has less obstacles in her way?
Of course.
Yeah, because they have a credit system.
That's my point. That's the purpose of life, to make life easier for the next generation, for our people.
Unfortunately, we don't have that.
We
don't have that back home.
But well, you can like Madam Luke said, you can't do everything for any.
No, you cannot. And you see what happens, and you see this program we come in here, this platform we come into. When you go in there, I have to ask myself a question. When I live here, am I a happier person or a sadder person? The answer to that was that I'm a sadder person. Because there are a lot of things I didn't even know existed, and I didn't even know how bad things were. I didn't even know how much we hated ourselves. I didn't even know when they started talking about all these Oyema things and all these things. I would go to bed. I've had a son that I had to take Tylenol or Benadryl to be able to sleep. So after spending 6 hours on Niger Watch, then you go to bed and you cannot sleep. Now, ask me what kind of life is that? And it's not because, and I like what he's doing, but I don't think it is healthy as far as I'm concerned.
For who?
For anybody that comes in here and like a content creator that spends all that time and doesn't do nothing else. You got to take a break.
I think it's how you process the information too that you are receiving.
You can hire me and I'll be your assistant.
Because let me tell you, when you go out of here, they don't sleep. They're busy doing all that. They're jumping to other places, to TikTok. They have many platforms they're managing. So my thing is that, when do you? I'll give an example. For one of my family members is on this kind of thing too, but he was on this kind of platform and he had to call 911 because where he was arguing there, this kind of heated arguments we have here, he couldn't handle it. After a while, and he lived by himself, he couldn't feel. His blood pressure was so elevated that they had to, yes. That is why I started to check myself. So when I come here, I only come here and I discuss lighthearted topics that will not, put me in a state of, what will I call it? What will I call Mr. Alex? Logo, we have to give my final logo key.
I have to be careful now. You know, when people are saying all this, I try to learn from it.
Yes, so
I have to watch myself too.
out
Because
of this planet, I mean, you know, because you don't know that when you are emotionally involved in these things, you don't know how it's taking up over your health, especially as we're not growing older.
Younger,
So,
you mean?
Yeah, I mean, growing younger. Growing younger. So I had to make some lifetime changes. So because, like I said, if I'm doing something and I leave and it's not giving me that joy of satisfaction, and then I cannot sleep, all I have is thinking about all the things I've been discussing here that is running through my mind. I mean, it's like, come on now, you know.
I think it might come in handy someday. I don't think what we discuss here is leaving anybody any poorer. I think people are being enriched by it. Like I said, it depends on how you process the information that you receive. If
It's enriching, but it is depressing.
How
can one person carry billions and people are starving?
It is depressing, though, honestly. You know, forefathers, you know, I think you do.
Yes.
Sorry, Madam Luke, somebody was asking me why I don't come to Dr. Damages. I said, why am I coming there? We don't have anything to talk about.
Yes.
Nothing has changed since we started, since I started coming. Nothing. Just tell me what has changed.
No,
like she said, when you mention, when you hear the amount of money, that is this one for life. You are saying it. It's happening to you. Where somebody will tell you we are talking about solar panel and they're calling billions of money.
Yes.
And they're talking about putting boreholes, 100 and something or however borehole, in a country where they have 200 and something million. And one borehole is 100 and something million. Borehole, you know that typically, let's say 1 million with the cost of everything, let's say 1 million, 2 million.
Mrs. Ife, did you not see what is his name? What is his name? What is that? Mr. Beans or whatever. Went to do in Kenya. How much he spent $5,000 on one borehole?
Oh, okay. $5,000 is even too much.
$5,000.
Okay, well, with the price of stuff, yes. You know, let's say. But your country so this is very depressing, to be honest with you. There is no hope for that country. You know, I've said it before. You tackled me, forefather. I said Nigeria can never be saved. No matter how much.
I think when you say that, the reason what I disagree with is because you are thinking that maybe it's Biafra that will be okay. But I don't believe that if that is the case, if Nigeria cannot be saved, nothing will be saved.
Nigeria can never be saved. You see, you know, we keep living on this illusion.
Illusion.
You know, remain hopeful. Remain hopeful. Tell me which country that fixed their country by remaining hopeful.
Yes.
There is nothing hopeful to remain.
We have to act. We have to act. And I believe in the next generation will have to act.
There is nothing to be hopeful about. Nigeria can never be fixed by remaining hopeful. We know what we are doing. You know what we can do to fix that country, but we have refused to do it.
No.
So shall it be?
Because we don't love ourselves.
When I you see, this is why earlier on during the conversation I said to Dr. This in Nigeria Watch about the campaign we need to be running, because I believe that you could change things. You make the wrong people do the right thing by doing it. We have to start acting. We are acting now where we are. And after all, I spoke to Peter B just this thing. So in a small way, we are contributing to the machine. But to make bigger impact, we have to actually be more and more proactive. And I believe it actually is a kind of mercy, because what other people have to do to build their country is a lot more sacrifice that they have had to make to build their nation. If we can just campaign, because if you look at it, Peter Nnamdi Kanu actually showed the way. He was able to do most of all this stuff that he did, barely being in Nigeria himself. Most of the time he was overseas, and he was able to accomplish all these things. So if we can start trying to change people's minds in Nigeria, you never know. If we succeed, the impact is going to be generation after generation. So we have no choice even. What choice have you got? Give up? Then jump from a bridge or something. We have to fight. And that is all. That's why I'm here. I'm not going to say. I mean, you have to do all these things we are doing. Is a kind of fight. You are trying to struggle to
Niger. See. During the election, see people that had opportunity, Okada rider, they had opportunity. People that just like you and I, they had an opportunity to get into the House of Rep. They got in there and their mouth is muted till today as we speak. These are people that don't have not even seen money. But now they are riding on 150 or 160 million SUV. So tell me, some of us here in this platform, we are talking. Let's just give us one little 5 minutes or 1 month opportunity. You will see what will happen. It's easier said than done, my brother. By the time you go in there,
you know the problem, my brother. The problem. It's just the fear. It's not that they don't know what to say or what to do. Like, for example, now, somebody like me that is outspoken, right? If you put me there, let's say if you put me to be
you will talk to better. You will talk to better. I do now.
My sister will not.
Number 2.
You never know. They'll just tell you if all this money, if you be like, this is a lot of money. I could buy a house in America.
Hold on. Let me look at Natasha Akpoti.
Yeah.
Right? She's not doing what I expected her to do. She's there kissing ass. I'm sorry to say that. Because I always see her take picture with what's his name? The Senate president, with her teeth. I said, look at it.
Well,
but taking pictures doesn't necessarily mean she's not going to hold them
accountable. I know, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm expecting her to be the opposition.
Oh no, Sister Ify, you don't know how she got there. It was a bargain now.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I said
she would never have even gotten that seat if she did not play ball.
But we don't necessarily know that fully. We don't necessarily know that.
Oh yes, because you cannot go there and be doing what you are doing.
I think we need to find out more. And Dr. Nameji was due to bring her on once, and we need to find out what she's doing because we've not heard anything about her.
Are you going to find out
the light for them in their village? And they were clapping for him.
You're going to find out what
clapping for her. Sorry, in her constituency.
Sister Ify, what about this guy? That I admire a lot, Fela Durotoye, who always talk about youth movement, righteousness, this blah blah blah. And land he give him appointment, he has shut up his mouth.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I keep telling you, Nigeria will never be better. I say never, not will, not, but never. Let us tell ourselves the truth.
Nigeria can be better.
Every will contest for president.
Let me tell you,
and you will win.
Sister Ify, you are right. There's nothing Nigeria cannot corrupt.
There is no tomorrow. El-Rufai will contest for president, and he will win out of nowhere, and we don't have no choice, and he will be the president. That is the country we live in.
Let's not be too certain about things. The future is often very fickle. It can change very quickly.
Let me tell you, Mr. Tinaja, as long as we, and I'm going to include myself, we don't act like the Senegalese, take to the streets, do what we got to do.
Exactly.
Hold these people hostage. When they come to the village every Christmas, they drag that same 160 million naira jeep in there, and we got them and we start praising them on the street.
Clapping for them.
They will bring
them.
Yes, we have never learned to say no to our oppressors.
My brother, my sister, in a country where they released the terrorists and they gave him a welcoming ovation.
Can you imagine that?
They were rejoicing. In a country.
Which terrorists did they do that to? I don't know.
Repentant Boko Haram.
Oh.
I mean, I just don't
isn't that how they did it with the Niger Delta people? It's something that is a feature of a weak state. The state cannot prosecute people that are lawbreakers because they too are breaking the law.
But that's what I'm saying. Nigeria will never. It's not we not, but we never. No matter if we keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again, we will keep getting the same result over and over again. Look at what will be his name, Obasanjo. When Obasanjo was there, everybody was shouting, restructuring. Did he do it? No, he did not. Now he's now telling this man,
that one is something.
When you had the opportunity to do it, why did you not do it?
That one is something else.
When you had the opportunity to do it,
anything that happens in Nigeria today, as a I hold Obasanjo responsible. Obasanjo should have put the blueprint to get this country forward.
Like leave matter.
That man now he's coming around holding up his hand. You know what? I've never seen such a
hypocrites. My sister, they are all hypocrites. All of them, very hypocritical.
I'm not going to sit here and defend any of them. They each other.
That is
We
because
don't have good leadership.
you don't pay attention to history of Nigeria.
No, I'm not going to defend them because they've really not done well. So why would I defend bad behavior? They've run. Yeah. I'm not going to defend them for anything.
Like to stand on. What are we defending here?
No, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. That there's no everything you are saying. Basically, what I'm saying is I agree with it because they've really run our country ragged. And I don't know whether we can just only blame them, whether we are all part of it too.
No, that's why I said we. I included myself.
Okay, and that's very, very honest of you.
I included myself because it's like
I'm not gonna include myself. You know why?
Because
you are excusing yourself from being responsible for what is happening.
If I do that, I'll be hypocritical.
How? Yeah, let me tell you, the last time I went home, right? I refused to give bribe at the airport. I refused. I said that I will never do it, no matter what. Take my passport, I will not. I know my right. I know the right thing to do. Even after calling me auntie and all that stuff, Merry Christmas, I said Merry Christmas back. I have said that anytime I go to Nigeria, I will try to do the right thing. I'm not going to bribe anybody to do anything for me. Yeah. That is me. If you choose to do it on my behalf, that's your business. But me, with the conscience I have, I'm not going to pay anybody to do it. One thing I will tell you that I say that I did illegal is my passport.
Isn't that what was?
It was, yes. But with what I know now, and let me tell you something, my brother, I regretted ever doing that because that passport is, what am I even going to do with it? It's still on the way. It's useless to me. Trust me. Where will I go to?
Oh, come on.
It's still on the way. It's still on the way.
It's still on the way since December. Now they're going to put it in the mail. I will get it sometime this week. But the question, what am I even doing with Nigerian passport? Where will I even go to with Nigerian passport?
Yeah, it's a problem, isn't it? Nobody
I don't need it. I even wasted my money.
Yeah, and they make it look like you are trying to apply for some kind of great country's passport.
I'm telling you.
The way they treat people sometimes.
I paid, I think, 150,000 to get that 10 years. Upon that, immediately when I came back to do this photograph, the guy was like, you're going to pay 20,000 more to expedite it. I said, Mike. I said, let me tell you something. You can keep that passport. That's what I told him. When he knew that I'm not going to even bring one naira, 1 penny. He now said, come and take it. Maybe you not go with it. I said, I don't need it. As I'm talking to you now, I don't need it. There is no need. In fact, I regretted even paying this money to get the passport. Is there any way I can get the money back? I told him.
It's a shame. Man, thank you. I've got to run from this conversation. I don't know where Nigeria Watch has gone. Whether he has been.
No, he normally lets you run down and everybody leaves. He doesn't come back.
Okay, that's good.
Gone to bed. So good night, people. We've done well.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the conversation.
And
I'm friend with Ify again. Now Ify is not hating on me.
Your friend?
We are not friends anymore now.
You're like a marriage.
Who is your friend?
We are friends now.
Will never be my
like
friend.
A marriage. It's a marriage.
That's so hurtful to say.
I am the opposition of this.
We fight and we make up. We fight
I am
and we
the opposition. In fact, the opposition leader.
I thought we made up now. There's no enmity anymore.
It's always one love, no problem.
I am the opposition leader of the Nigerian Women Association.
You are welcome to lead. When the Marital comes, you will have something to say about that. So you are welcome. Thank you for this thing.
Good night, guys. Good night. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye.
That was